When they come to you, you must know that they've got
Saba.
whatever they've got. They've got that thing that they put on their...
Hey, you saw that, dog.
And everything else.
That scared the fuck out of me, bro.
You guys are wondering why a guy is in Dubai crying. Why is he
Are you
crying?
telling me that Kanye is using that?
No, I'm not saying
that
that.
muti?
No, I'm not saying she's using that muti. But I'm just saying that her pussy might be just as good as that muti. Naturally.
What
On its own.
does that muti do?
Vanhu manje amtsheni mwana wawathrow 100,000 per month.
Nigga lost 82 million rand.
She's going to the women's conference. That one.
Yo, good people of the internet. The boys are back at it. The crew returns. The ESAM boys are the Real Black Stuff podcast.
ESAM boys and a man.
Yes.
And a
man.
special guest.
And a man. A grown man.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, happy 21st, guys.
Thank you so much, bro.
No. Cheers to us. Got this far.
So you
We
guys
did it.
record sober all the time, ne?
Yeah, so what do you mean?
I mean,
sometimes I'm under the influence of like weed. But
You
that's
can
just about
record well after smoking weed.
it. I can do anything.
Nah, then you'll be quiet the whole entire time.
no,
You
it's
won't
opposite
talk
for
as
him.
much.
Him.
No, but you must see the
You'll be
last
stuck in your mind.
When you
last 10 minutes
You'll
of the
get tired.
episode. You'll see.
Your eyes will get tired.
You'll
Nah,
get
you
tired,
can't. Those are rules. No smoking weed. At least, let's say 3 hours.
Are you coming through with the rules for the boys on the 21st episode?
For the rules, you're 21 now. I need to teach you how to be grown men. So, I need to give you guys the key.
Sure.
It's key. You guys were talking about, hey, did you guys get a key? Did you guys get a key?
What key?
You guys didn't get a key.
Nah, I got it long ago.
At
Like-
21, right?
No.
You got a key.
A key for what, bro?
The 21st
policy.
birthday key.
No.
The key. Where they buy that key, they say, hey, you are now 21.
Nah.
I got the key to the city.
Yeah, that's some North Kid type
You never
shit,
got a
yeah.
key.
No.
It's a black thing.
No, it's not.
Like,
Yeah, I
never
thought
had
it was like
anybody
you never
say-
went to a 21st birthday.
I've never had
21st
I've
Luna
never had
2000.
anybody say
I
I
don't
got
say
a
no
key.
more
Oh yeah,
birthday.
it's
No,
only
me, I
20,
thought it was
21
like
now,
the
ne?
actual
Yeah.
key. Like they give you your own set
No,
of keys.
they give you a key that says you're 21, whatever.
you got
They
a
do
key?
whole. Yeah, I got a whole key.
Isn't it a thing before
When you
Before,
turn
like,
21, dog.
before 94?
He's on it.
No, dog. I turned,
Yeah, because we come after.
I turned 21 10 years ago. So, no, it's not.
Then where's our key? You're supposed
Yeah,
to be.
that's-
I'm giving you the
21st.
keys now.
Okay.
These days, the keys
Major
are...
Major keys.
keys.
You
Major key
understand?
alert.
The keys. So, you can't be smoking weed, drink. Like I was
No,
chatting
we
to my
don't
wife.
drink. We don't
She was
drink.
like, yeah, no, but these other guys, they drink. They get themselves into a mood. Because I was like,
No,
I
we
won't
don't
lie,
drink.
hey. I've recorded 7 episodes. Nah. And my thing is not even a podcast
Everybody
yet.
hates Nota.
Mhm.
It is
not
a
even
podcast.
It's
What do
not
you
even a
mean?
podcast yet.
No,
I
it's a
haven't I haven't
podcast.
released the audio.
Oh, we haven't released the audio too.
Yeah,
but we are still
so
a podcast.
no, you guys are a YouTube show. You guys are YouTube creators
It's
right
still
now.
a podcast, Nota.
Well, it's an aspiring podcast. You'll be a
No,
podcast.
when we get there.
When you drop the audio, you guys even have an engineer. I don't even have an engineer.
Shout out to
So
NK.
that's another thing is that you
But
need
then-
to have an engineer.
Yeah,
Just like if you're an artist and you don't have an engineer, you're a pop artist.
that's so true.
Because then your mic is fucked
Facts.
up and you don't even know the guy's name who's fixing the mic. He's trying to sabotage you, making sure that's your last booking. So,
Tell us about how the show has been going, though.
no,
7
I'm just
episodes
saying,
in.
like, 7 episodes in, I was just telling my wife, like, you know what? Actually, this thing of recording, it's like a job, man.
Yeah, it is. Yo, it
No,
takes a lot.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't mind, I don't mind, being an executive. Like, I've been an executive for so many years. Now I actually have to do things myself.
Do you edit and stuff and capture the
No,
audio?
obviously, I'm an executive. I've been an executive.
So
What
you,
the
so you,
fuck?
so you
Major
just
key
record.
alert.
You just record.
So I just sit on my couch.
Okay, is it together? We've put together a
Amy
team.
Zulu comes through. She produces the show. She writes out the topics that we're going to have. She places the cameras in position, the mics in position. She connects the sound card, everything, while I sit there and wait for her to tell me what we're talking about this week.
Why go with them Zanzi A-lister though? Why not start your own channel?
Okay. Nzansi A-lister covered a lot of stories on me.
Yeah, that's
And I
true.
helped them get a lot of followers. I think even before they had 5,000 followers, their first
Would you
followers
say
were me.
you
Well,
gave them the
I
subscribers
gave them the
early on?
controversy. I gave them the controversy that they needed to cover.
Yeah.
And that brought them thing. And then therefore we had a mutually beneficial relationship. So I was like, listen, I will help you, right? Because I can tell from your information that you are reporting from the outside of the game. I'll give you some insider information.
Okay.
You understand?
Makes
I will
sense.
actually show you how these things make sense. Now, when you've got stories and you don't understand how they come together, I say, oh, no, this is how they come together. And now you'll be reporting with more credibility.
Were you scared to start your own channel?
No, it's not that I'm scared
Starting
to start my
from
own
zero.
channel. It's not that I'm scared to start my own channel. I just know that in this thing where I'm broadcasting, I can't come here as a multi-award-winning executive producer and everything else.
And 0 subscribers.
No. I'm just saying, as someone who's on the mic.
Oh.
Someone who's on the mic. Dog, look, it's like how many people, you guys own the channel. Who owns this ESAM channel? It's you guys, ne?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How many subscribers do you have?
Like merely 7.
Okay, the channels I own have got in excess of hundreds of thousands of subscribers.
The channels that you own.
I own. You understand what I'm saying? I own.
When you say
as
own,
in the monetization comes to me. That's
What
what I
type
mean.
of content?
Should we start like a YouTube channel owner or like people which have multiple social media accounts? Like people must screenshot how many accounts they own, you know?
Wait, which channels
Or
do
that
you
they
own?
control.
Which,
No, I don't need to tell you which accounts. I don't need to tell you which channels.
Questa's ones, because you didn't want to
No.
let him post his album, remember?
You know, that was
you
a
didn't want
big
to let him
joke.
put his album up on the channel.
That was a big joke.
Is that why you're
And then-
bragging about your channel?
No, it's not that.
What is it about?
I'm not bragging about the channel, but you know,
Okay,
I
yeah.
know that was a big joke, and it's like for me it was
Joke.
sad because imagine the guy went on a podcast, and podcasts you can't erase them, you can't delete them. And
Yeah.
then he lied like that and said, "No, there's no logins for the channel. You can't log into a Vivo channel, dog."
So it wasn't you.
It never. It was a fabric. It was made up. It was made up so that you guys could be like, "Oh no, what's happening?"
Poor
The
Kwesta.
channel. Oh, and then all of a sudden when the album drops out, everything is there automatically.
That's what I was asking myself.
So
when I
he
saw
wasn't
that as
savvy
happening.
enough to figure it out.
Not about figuring it out. It was like, I think it was, what he's saying, it was a scheme.
It was a lie. It was a lie.
To get
Dog,
attention.
when the first murmurs about such nonsense started coming out, I spoke to his booking agent,
Sure.
Sibu Mabena, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I told her, look, to upload videos, this is how you do it. You upload them via Vivo.
Yeah.
They signed a deal with Africori. Now, Africori is a third party. They're not a distributor. They don't distribute themselves. So when you look at a YouTube video that's brought out by Africori, it says Merlin or something. They use Fuga as the company that distributes for them. Is it like you as ESAM? You guys can get Fuga or Chunko to distribute for you, and then you guys call yourselves distributors or aggregators, and then get all these artists to come to you guys, right? And say, yo, we'll help you promote your music. We've got ESAM. We'll promote you on YouTube. We've got this podcast and everything else, right?
Sure.
Let us put your music on distribution. Then you guys pay TuneCore. How much is it? $29 a year or whatever. However much you make TuneCore, and then you get 100% of the money. And then you tell whoever you're working with, you say, okay, for the work that we've done, we're going to take a 20% commission, or you're going to take a 30% commission.
Is that not similar to
That's what Africori does.
JR is doing, with these...
No. They are actually the distribution company.
Oh, so they actually distribute
They're
this stuff.
distributing.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not just JR, it's a whole team of people. Like there's another guy called Masim Dingan, who used to be, I met him when he was still the music manager at Rhodes Music Radio. Then he became the assistant music compiler at 5FM. And I don't know where he went after that.
So you are not the evil label head to Kwesta.
There's no
the
Suge Knight
those ones that
rubbing
own
your
the
hands.
masters. I own the masters.
I
We're
know.
giving you the masters.
Dog, let me tell you something.
You never hold,
wait. I just need
you
to
never
tell
hold Kwesta on
No.
the ledge.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
It's like K1, in K1.
It's like
In Santin.
In K1.
yeah. So those are the types of things. And another thing is that as you guys as podcasters, you guys need to start getting more knowledge about the music business, because it seems like music artists are the ones who need to come to podcasts, who are getting the most views and
tell
everything else, to
people.
tell their stories. But you guys, you've also got a responsibility, because I was watching Podcast and Chill with MacG and them, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I sent them long messages. I sent long messages to Saul. I'm like, yo, you podcasters are really doing record executives dirty. And I've spoken about this before. I spoke about it when I came to visit you guys, or when you guys came to visit me at my house.
Isn't that safe?
All podcasters are doing a dirty job on the record label owners, because when they come for the record labels, in America, at least we know who are the owners of the record labels, right? It's Lucian Grange, who's the CEO of Universal, Sipho Dlamini's boss, right? Then there's who else? There's Rob Stringer, right? Actually, who's the boss of Warner? Actually, they've got a boss of recorded music. I forgot. They've got Rob Stringer, who's the CEO of Thing. If you got a problem with Sony, that's the guy to Thingamajig. When it was Michael Jackson complaining against Sony, Tony Mottola was the CEO at that point in time. There's all these guys. Warner, who's the CEO of recorded music at Warner? Hold on, let me check for you. It will take me.
It's
recorded music. The CEO of recorded music, because they've got different divisions at Warner. The guy who owns the company. Hold on, I'll tell you now. 5, 4. Am I too loud on the mic? 5, 4.
So you have Lucian Grange. You have this guy.
You got Lucian Grange at the top of Universal. You've got Rob Stringer at the top of Sony. And Rob Stringer's older brother, who's 20 years older than him, used to be the CEO of CBS, which is
give me a straight answer.
the TV network. The TV network which owned Sony. Or it's still one company, I guess. It used to be CBS Circuits back in the day.
I remember CBS. That.
Who is group?
Yes, I can't
But the
believe you
point
said
that you are
Shook
trying
Knight.
to make is just the fact that
Leo Cohen announced that YouTube has got now 50 million premium subscribers. I'm one of them. I don't know about you guys.
nah, there's no need to buy that premium.
Nah, there is. Because when I
For
watch your
what?
videos, you make more money than when someone else just watches it and it's normal monetization.
Yeah, guys.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, premier people do your thing right.
yeah, as premium people, we pay the most. So like,
I'm just saying,
It's
as a consumer,
you're not just a consumer,
what are
you're a
the
creator
benefits?
now.
You're on the other
I don't have ads.
And you can switch
I don't
it
have
off
ads.
and listen
I
to
can
the
watch
audio.
other things. I can listen to the audio. You know what I mean? I can I can do a lot of things. I can do a lot of things. So,
Yeah, Leo Cohen is doing a good job. with
Leo
YouTube.
Cohen is a record executive. He's from Def Jam. He's one of the guys from Def Jam.
Yeah.
You understand? They sold Def Jam. He went to Warner, right? With his team, Mike Kaiser, what's her name? Julie Greenwald. Julie Greenwald. She's the head at Warner, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
It's Julie Greenwald. So
So what you're saying is that in SA the podcasters are doing because in America they don't know the people. The podcasters tend to go
Max
easier.
Lasada.
Clean.
Greenwald. Yeah, there, you saw it.
Oh, the A, ne?
Yeah. Yeah. She used to work with Leo Cohen and Mike Kaiser, Kevin Lyles at Def Jam. So
She looks familiar.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now these are the people that invented the 360 recording deal. So in South Africa, you had all these big major companies that came to South Africa, right? The companies that actually knew the culture and that could sign the artists, because all these big corporations, all they could hire was people who were either lawyers or accountants or whatever to run these things. And most of the people who were qualified at that point in time were white males. So they hired all these white males. White males couldn't be in the township and find the culture and everything else, right? So they needed the smaller black labels, the TS records of the days. So you'll have an artist, let's use an artist story like a Zahara. You know what I mean? To take it away from me for a second. Who will not understand the inner workings of the business, right? The workings of the business that you don't have a shit deal. TS Records has a shit deal.
With Sony.
With EMI.
EMI.
Which is now owned by Universal. Let's help you here.
Yeah.
You were eating something. You still got it.
Oh, yeah.
my bad. We're on camera, so hey, we got to fix each other. So, you know, you won't have what you call a relationship with EMI. EMI signs their deal with
TS
Records
yeah.
for this new Zahara album. TS Records is not a new record label. They've started before. Their first deal was with Ghetto Rough. Their first couple of albums, they did a partnership with Ghetto Rough. They released Abo Brown Dash, Abo Spanban under Ghetto Rough in the beginning, right? And they signed a deal with EMI. And you must remember, EMI at that point in time, it's like it's had successes with the Brenda Fassies of this world, the Chico Twalas of this world, the Mami Von Chaka Chakas. EMI CCP. It was once like the leader. You know what I mean? Yeah. So TS Records having a shit deal means that they pass on that shit deal to Zahara. And even if they split the money 50-50 between them and Zahara, maybe they're getting 15% or 20% or 30%, right? And that gets split then. But back in those days, we were still selling CDs and all that shit.
But
Right.
then to play devil's advocate,
Back then, we're still
Zahara
selling
said
CDs.
even from
You
the-
sell 80,000 CDs, right? You're getting maybe 20 Rand per CD that you're selling, right? 80,000 CDs, that's a lot of money, 1.6 meter.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of money. You know,
Obviously, with CDs, record labels used to make way more money than
either
compared
way,
to streaming.
you're out of the 80 Rand per CD, you're making
you're
20
making
Rand.
that, yeah.
So you're splitting that 20 Rand. You know, 8 clipper, we're good.
But what
Sharp.
I'm saying is that last night on TV, Zahara was saying that they even took the show money.
If
the
that's
show money
booking,
they
that's
spend.
management money. That's management money. They're managing her brand. They took the show money, but her financial advice was being done by Nedbank, who she had a deal with, a multi-million Rand deal with.
So it was right that she was getting that 20,000 Rand salary.
Whether
like
or not the artist is getting the 20,000 Rand salary, you guys now run a business. You know very well that if we make 100,000, I can't take 100,000 home.
Definitely not.
As artists, we need to ask ourselves, what is up with these evil artists that don't want anybody else to eat besides them? They want to be the superstar. They want everybody to do everything for them and they don't want to pay people. That's why you find all these artists. What was happening with managers in this COVID, in this lockdown, with no bookings, no gigs, no nothing? Because managers can't go onto Instagram and do a campaign for a brand and make a bag. You understand what I'm saying? But they go out there begging for jobs. They go to venues. Yo, can you please book my artist, whatever. Before you're even in demand, yo, let me get a slot for this guy. They protect you. They do everything for you. And then at the end of the day, you want these people to starve and not have anything.
But don't you think it's part of like the media in America where
Not America, I'm talking about South Africa.
They always come
I'm
out
talking
and
about
they're
South
like,
Africa.
yo, it's
Steve
important
Stout
to...
left because the system was owned by white folks.
He started United Masters and started pushing out this message.
No, I understand the ownership of Master's message.
Exactly.
That's being
That was the artist.
it wasn't.
Because even
The
Kendrick
first
is leaving-
artist, he's left. The
Yeah.
contract is
he's
over.
left. Yeah.
The contract is over. His contract with TDE is over.
Yeah.
So when the contract is over, it's either you renew it or you don't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying. Mina, I came out in the podcast. I said, yo, no, I used to work with so and so and so and so. No, our deal is over. It's over.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's how it works.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got your money, bro. You got your money.
Yeah, you made your money.
You
just
money.
had to spend it because you
Now,
were the star.
hold on. Were they
keep up
recording?
the
Were they
image.
recording that episode in Zahara's shack or in her house?
Crib.
You understand what I'm saying? So who are you feeling sorry for? There's lots of homeless people right
Yeah,
now.
that's true.
Zahara's the last person who needs us to
And
feel
apparently
sorry for
she's
her.
still getting like salaries from the company, right? Even up
I
to
know.
this
I don't
day.
know. I don't know. But her
Someone-
being-
someone
no,
told me
no,
that.
she gets
regarding-
paid royalties, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
But
it's the royalties.
now the thing is this: EMI and TS Records, when they signed that deal originally back in the day, there was no streaming. So now her old album has come up via EMI, CCP, and EMI was bought by Universal from the recorded music side, and then the publishing side was bought by Sony ATV, which is now Sony Publishing, right? Where did Universal get the rights to upload her music up? Because she says her music has been uploaded, and I saw Loliwe come up on Apple Music, and it says UMG, right? Where did they get that? Because she hasn't signed a new contract with them. She hasn't said so. You know what I mean? And unless, TS Records is the one who signed a deal that we don't know about. You know what I mean? So the question there, for me, I don't think TS Records did it.
But isn't it crazy how the artists need help when they're starting out, and then as soon as they become superstars, they want to say that they want to go independent, they don't need their labels anymore.
No, they
but
think
then
they
on the
don't.
ground,
They don't need their labels. They don't want to pay people.
I mean, they have the fan base. They can
Mara,
dictate the
artists,
message.
artists have
they don't-
history of not paying.
They don't
people,
pay
especially
people.
when the
Many
executives
people.
with money.
You
Like
understand?
especially artists when they in position of power of paying people.
Dog.
We hear a lot of
At the end of
stories
the day,
artists
at the
not
end of the
paying.
day, at the end of the day, you guys saw the podcast and Chill. Kwesta went up there, said whatever he said, and then after that he started tweeting one by one, saying, Ish,
Yeah.
Urbantainment paid me, but I didn't pay everybody else. So how are you trying to make Nota look like the bad guy when Nota made sure that you're sorted out? And then said, yo, sort everybody else out as well. And then afterwards, you throw dirt.
But did
on
you
his
give him,
name.
Did you give him
Didn't-
enough money to sort everyone else out?
Dog, I gave him all the money.
Didn't you say that your
he was
mom?
entitled
Didn't you
to.
say that your mom was the one doing the accounting and paying him?
No,
and stuff?
well, look.
Was I not supposed to say that?
No.
Oh, it's fine.
No.
Cling.
No, I've said it before.
Okay,
My mother
okay.
handled the business finances for a certain amount of time. But, and now,
But the money did go through. Like he was paid.
dog,
Even
like,
even
he
Athi-
said it. He tweeted.
yeah.
He tweeted. I replied to his tweet. I said, listen, there's no such thing of your YouTube page being blocked. And number 2, you are being paid every cent that's due to you. Every cent that's due to you. Wena batalu Maphorisa or something. It's not that Maphorisa was owed money. No, he never charged a fee or anything else. At that point in time, there was no money. But now...
You guys were just shaking hands.
It's not even about shaking hands. We're doing trade exchanges.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You do a song for me, I do a song for you. You do this song, you do this song. You know, I mean, like there was lots of work done. But at the end of the day, some of the work does work and some of the other work doesn't do work. At the end of the day, if now you blow up and your song is big, right? And now the things that Maphorisa sampled on that song, on Ngudu. So none of them motherfuckers are getting any publishing on that song.
So when you sample, you don't get publishing?
No.
So wait,
when you sample and you don't get permission,
And they didn't clear
they
it.
can claim 100% of the
So
publishing.
need to
Maphorisa,
clear it
wait,
first.
so wait,
Now, there was no way to actually get permission for that song. Because that song, the original song, right? The Camino de Song. No,
but
Camino
that's
de Sol.
Questa's
No,
one.
that's
That's
Questa's
Questa
Spirit.
and
That's Spirit.
Spirit,
It's
yes.
another song. The original song by Camino de Sol, right? Camino de Sol. That original song, right, was originally composed by a Brazilian guy who they don't know where to locate him. And he signed on his publishing document that only his publisher can't give permission to other people to use it without his specific permission. So it was impossible to get permission.
What if now
anyway.
he's gone now?
So all they said is, we're taking 100% of publishing and then we want 3,500 euros.
Yeah.
And us as the record company, we're not involved in publishing.
Yeah.
So our money is not affected by that anyway. So it's like, okay, no, fine. Take that publishing for that song, right? Take it, fine. The niggas will eat off other things. They're gigging and everything else, you know what I mean? And also royalties from the sales of the song, you know? And then finding other ways. We found another way to remake another song, a different song, and then we did it, we used it for a Danone ad, Danap, with Itumleng Kune.
Kone, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? You know?
Let me ask you
And
this.
we're
Do you
able-
think-
I wanted to ask, Maphorisa did actually produce that. He didn't come downstairs and just put his
Makwa
He
name.
made the beat. Makwa was
They
not
said
even
he
there.
came downstairs.
Now, let me tell you something about Makwa.
Yeah,
Makwa
did
is
you-
a guy, right?
Did he get
who
paid?
he's been overpaid.
Hey.
Makwa stopped working on Kid X's album. Switched off everything. We're working on a project. You are being paid a salary every month and said, I want a car. I want a BMW 3 Series now. Otherwise, this album is not coming out.
No
Now,
way.
you've produced 80% of the songs.
Did he actually say that?
What happened that day?
Dog, does he drive a BMW 3 Series?
Wait, did he just stop
Is
recording?
Kid X's album out?
But I think you got a DM. Like if you don't drive an M
How do
series,
things work in this music
breaking
industry?
you.
So a producer can just say that and it
Yeah,
happens.
me, I want to know why
How?
did he say that? Why
You can
did he
walk out
just say
right
that?
now.
He,
You can
he
walk out
wanted
right
to be
now.
paid. He wanted to be paid in a certain amount.
but he's
of
already
money.
being
Now,
paid.
what happened is that Makwa's working arrangement started like this. Nah? He was being paid per beat. 2,000 Rand per beat.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
As an in-house
Now,
studio.
when at this same time that he's being paid 2,000 Rand per beat, not as an in-house studio. It's just a
in-house
beat maker.
recorder.
He wasn't an in-house guy. He wasn't in-house.
Just to come. Okay.
At the same time that he's being paid 2,000 Rand per beat, when I go to his Facebook, on the same day, he's busy selling beats to people for 200 Rand. I have to call him, yo, please don't sell any of those beats that we're looking for. Right? He's like, no, don't worry. I'm just selling to my... I was like, okay, no, sharp. I was like, okay, well, if you're selling beats for 200 Rand and you're charging me 2,000 Rand, it's just going to look bad. You need to up your price.
yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool. Sharp. So we did Dakar too. I think he produced maybe like... He got paid... How much did he get paid?
He said
for
he was
Dakar
getting-
2? He was paid 18,000 Rand.
Per month.
No, for the
To all
album.
the beats
Oh, okay.
9 songs, ne?
out of 22.
Okay.
Right.
You understand?
Sure.
So that was the first arrangement. Immediately after we done recording Dakar 2, we start working on TDK in December 2015. Only dropped in September 2018.
Yeah.
So we started working on that. And while working on that, right, he's not a full-time, he's just chilling there, staying at X's crib. He's got a bedroom, he's nice, he's being taken care of,
comfortable.
he's got food. X's now wife is making supper for him and everything else. You are being catered for. You're living 5-star life.
Marco was 3 years
So
old.
you went from living in the back room at your grandmother's house
So soft.
Super soft.
to nicely in the north, broadacres, clean.
But what happens
You are here to work.
after he requests the car?
Any keyboard you want, Kid X goes to the nearest music mate and M audio, whatever. What else do you want? No, I need a thing, a mic filter. Yeah, okay, clean. We need a new mic. Oh, okay, clean. Whatever you need. You know? Oh, I need a laptop. Okay, clean.
But does that stay with him?
The first check that he got, I took the money and I bought him a MacBook with it. Right?
With his own money that he earned.
His money.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm doing this to teach you that what you have right now, you reinvest in your business. You are a business. From there, he started buying equipment, focus rights, all these other things. It took him time. But now he was earning more money. Because after working on TDK for a while, it was like, okay, this guy's working here. We've got TLT coming up. You know, he's done their mixtape and everything else. And he was paid for the TLT mixtape as well. He was paid there 2,000 Rand per beat and then 1,500 Rand for the mixing and mastering on their 247 mixtape. And that's got like 20 tracks, I think, on it. So that's another big stack, 70 stack. 70K. So, you know, clean. But at the end of the day, you know, you need to get yourself a financial advisor. This is where you get financial advisors. This is where you need to get yourself a lifestyle. Yeah, I'm telling you. No, I'm telling him. He's an adult.
Yeah, you
He's
can't
a grown man. I can't do it.
You're just giving him advice.
You understand? That take care of your money. Make sure you know what I mean? Buy equipment. If you're going to spend money, reinvest in yourself. So,
would you say you have an idea of where he was spending his money though? Because now he doesn't have it.
No. Well, I mean, he bought a lot of equipment. That's worth a lot of money.
So that's where most of the money went.
Well, I mean, most of the money goes on just your daily living. What are you spending per day? Are you buying lean? Are you buying drinks for girls? Or are you partying with people? Are you buying weed?
Was his life like that? Was his lifestyle like that?
Look at his lifestyle right now. He's in the crib, bando with a whole bunch of niggas. He's paying for the food. He's paying for the lean. He's paying for the Xanax.
And the Beamer outside.
And the patch.
The Beamer outside, it was part of a deal. And the thing is that the Beamer, we couldn't buy the Beamer cash as a company. The company couldn't buy the Beamer cash because Senzo wanted
his
an M4. So it was now what happened is that
we need Beamer.
What was that?
He got a 428 cash, 600K. And then he crashes it one night. I don't know, at a toll gate. How do you crash a car at a toll gate, Angas? I know.
So was it
insured? And it was some sort of story. I don't know what happened with the insurance story. All of a sudden, the car needed to be gotten rid of. He had to now be driving his wife's car. So now you crashed your car.
That was a waste of...
You finally spend money to fix it and then you take it and then you trade it in and now you get yourself an M4, which you have to pay car installment for. And the reason why Makwa, getting a car is such a big fight. You know, because I was like, okay, well, you're going to be working here. You finish this TDK album. You're going to work on a TLT album. You're going to do this, right? So roughly speaking, for you working here up until the end of 2020. No, up until at the end of March 2020, right? And this is like maybe 2018, early 2018.
Yeah.
For you working here, it's roughly, if we add it up as a package, it's roughly going to cost us around about 300K. The car is worth around about 300K. So it would be like us advancing you.
Okay.
So now, obviously, I'm not in charge of the company's finances and everything else. Yes. I'm not in charge of the company's finances and everything. Well, he worked for it. He's worked it off. 2020 March is last year, almost 18 months ago. You know? So now, this car that you've got is part of your payment. It's an upfront payment, but now the company, right, couldn't buy the car cash. I don't know why the company couldn't buy cash. Bad cash management at the company, but I'm not involved in any of the finances or anything. I'm not even an owner in the company. I'm an employee, just like Makwa.
They said that Leroy was the one handling the finances.
Leroy and Senzo both own the company. If you go to CIPC, the names Senzo Vilagazi, Leroy Kos.
You say you're just like Makwa.
I'm just like Makwa. We're earning salaries.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm showing up for the job that I need to come and do. You understand? That's it. So he earns a higher salary than me, even at that point in time.
Can you say how much you're earning?
Dog, my pay slip is on line at that point in time. I think my top salary at the point in time before tax was 35,000 rands. After tax, it was like 21,000 something. 20-something thousand. No, it's a salary. It's a salary to make sure the company doesn't die.
No, I'm just saying,
everybody can also be given a salary as well.
So I'm still wondering, why did he think you have his money? If you're earning 20,000.
It's not that he thinks. He doesn't think I have his money. Who's paying for his car installment right now? The company, because the car is owned by the company. It was bought under the company.
Isn't the company dead?
Renovate is not dead. Rap Life is dead. And Rap Life was never alive anyway. So, you know what I mean?
And the name is Rap Life and Rap
and Senzo. So who's paying for his car installment?
It's Senzo and Leroy.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So before he goes on to the sobering podcast, right? He calls me, he says, yo, they've stopped paying the insurance on the car.
It was a rap dead.
No. He says, rap death. It was.
So they stopped paying the insurance.
He says they've stopped paying the insurance of the car. So he's like, hey, no, I'm going to park this car. I'm not going to drive it home. I'm going to take it back to the garage. He shows me messages that he sent to Senzo or whatever. He sends a message saying, yo, I'm going to park this car at the dealership. No ways. I don't have the insurance. And he's like, okay, no, cool. Okay, cool. So, I mean, the owners of the car don't care what's happening with this car. You understand? He's calling me. He's like, yo, I can't afford to pay rent. I'm going to get kicked out of my place by landlord. I'm like, how much do you owe in your rent? He's like, I owe a stina. I say, here's 1.2. Come to studio. I've got a guy for you. He's come all the way from New York. He's flown in. Come into studio. There'll be more guap. Take the stina, pay your rent. Take the 2 clipper, Khasa Gazol, come to the studio. I'm just looking out for you as a
how did you turn into the bad guy?
Just ask?
No, I'm saying it's crazy because even on the Sobering podcast, they ask Makwa, like, okay, hold on. How are you saying Nota is the most honest guy? He's straightforward. He'll tell you exactly it is.
But
and then he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, how? And how did he rob you if he didn't own the company? No. He was sent there. It's obvious.
By who? By Leroy?
Whoever's paying for his car installment, one of the two niggas. One of them is going to say, because he's not...
But I think the mastermind could be Leroy. Because
I don't know. You don't even know him.
I don't know.
We've never heard of him.
I don't know. So when
you went after him to say
I didn't
PAYOLA.
I didn't go after him. I never said anything.
You said Big Zulu is paying for
Dog,
radio.
why is Big Zulu song so hype on the charts and no one fucks with those songs? The new ones. I'm not talking about Imalining. I'm talking about since then.
He sent in. There's a lady who
so if you weren't going for Leroy, who are you going for?
I'm not going for Leroy. I'm not going for anybody. It's not about going. You guys, for you guys watching, it's like who you're going for.
Yeah.
You understand? It was just a thing to paint me as the bad guy because Nota is doing his own thing.
Yeah, you're talking on podcasts. And
No,
you're just living your life.
I'm not talking on podcasts. I'm in the audio business, dog. I'm in the audio business. I'm in the audio business. I'm in the business of audio. I used to sell MP3s at 9.99 a pop on iTunes. Now I sell audio.
But what I'm saying is to blame
in general.
It's easier because you playing the authority.
No, it's jealousy.
You are the authority.
No, it's not. It's just jealousy. It's like, fuck this nigga.
He's living his life.
Dog, at the end of the day, I went to the Sobering podcast to say, guys, the business was so badly run that I walked away from a company I helped build without any of the money that I'm supposed to have. When my kids come into this world, they're going to see all the work that their dad did. And then I have to tell them that, listen, Makwa, all these other motherfuckers benefited from that shit. And then the company got crashed and brought to the ground. No, it's not that I did it.
Us now.
No, a company got brought to the ground. You understand? It got brought to the ground. Mina, what I was responsible for managing, I managed well. And helped niggas and saved them. Imagine, COVID starts and now the bank says, hey, we want the bond. We want the bond for your house. You got a nice house. You want the bond for your house. Mina, I did not live in a lavish life. You guys have come to my apartment.
I mean, it's not bad. Let's not act like he lives in a one bedroom.
No, he was on IG Live showing us the Leonardo Hotel, his mom's house being built. You're like, people.
No, that's my parents' house. That's my parents' house.
You like to act like you like to act like you're living the most modest life. You know, you are like.
Am I not? You're driving a Mercedes.
Yes, I bought cash.
You see? Look.
No, dog. I'm saying I don't have a bill every month. Only thing I think about is the insurance.
Okay.
That's it.
How?
Out of every single thing.
Meaning he buys things cash.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the car. Yeah, I've got a car for my business.
But even the place that you live at, it's not bad. Like it's a decent place.
But either way, let me tell you something. If I had to buy that place, right?
Yeah.
Costs maybe R1 million, right? It means I'm trapped. Because if I buy that place R1 million cash, that's a stupid way to use R1 million in cash.
Because it's just...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I could invest it in other things. I could put 500,000 in Bitcoin and it triples.
Because like
and then covers the bond. You understand? Or whatever. So you'd get a bond. Now a bond is a 15-year minimum commitment. 15 to 25 years commitment. I'm moving around, dog. I'm still young. I don't even have kids.
Sure, you're mobile. Yeah.
I'm not willing to commit.
Yeah, to that.
I'm not gonna tell the bank, yo, I'm gonna pay you guys for 15 years for this place. No. And then still live in that place. And then when something breaks, I still need to maintain it. A pool pump breaks, doesn't matter whether I've paid the bond or not. Pool pump is 20,000. You have to pay it.
But this is actually like smart advice for people that are just looking to buy houses and unnecessarily when you can just rent, you know?
No, you can rent. The only reason you buy a property, right, is if it's an investment.
Sure, when you're not gonna live in it, when it's gonna
It's an investment. It's gonna make money. It's gonna make money.
Yeah.
So get a bond.
Yeah.
Rent out that place.
Yeah.
You know, let it.
The rent pay the bond.
You understand?
Sure. And then you own it after 15 years. That's a perfect strategy.
Well, you still need to pay rates. You still need to pay maintenance. You still now. The thing is this, right? You talking about all this physical property, ne?
Yeah.
Now,
You're gonna tell us about IP.
Intellectual property.
Now, hold on. And now, I'm just saying. Now, you can be hot with intellectual property, right?
Yeah.
You can be hot. You can be the hottest thing in the world. You can be Casper in your vest. You can drop Doc Shebeleza. You can whatever. Put it up on data file host and everything else, right? Now, the thing is that you put it up on data file host, you devalue the song. People didn't pay for the song, so you're not getting as much royalties as you would have been getting had the song been up on the normal platforms and everything else. But now you're everywhere. You're gigging. You're being booked everywhere, right?
But like Amapiano was
Wait. I'm telling you.
I think we had the same question.
So now you're getting gigs and all that stuff, right? But now that song is played out. Where's the money coming from?
Shows.
No, the shows dry up. As soon as the song dries up, the shows dry up. So now you're not getting any money, right?
Because after like 6 months, there's no one is going to want to be playing the song.
Now, if you make a classic track, you'll be making money for 50 years after you die.
What's a classic track? Because it can be good.
Spirit and good.
It's a classic track.
No, I think that's a good question because on the show,
no, I'm serious. It's a timeless track. It's a song. It's a Ngudu, a Sister Bettina.
But time tells.
A spirit.
Time tells.
Yes, time tells. But also at this, when Ngudu was dropped, I knew that it's going to be a classic before it was made.
That thing's like intuition. Not everyone has it.
It's not intuition, dog.
You don't know when you're
No, dog. You can hear that this song's gonna fuck up the country, dog. I won't tell you a
But you
story.
can kind of feel the heat
What I
around
tell
the
you-
artist.
wait.
There's videos of people excited in studio and you see when it comes out.
Forget that. There was no one excited in studio. And that's the thing is that I've made music for a long time. Ngudu was not the first song that we've had on the charts. Ngudu is a formula-made song. When I say I produced that song,
how did you produce it?
Maphorisa is the beat maker. He made the beat.
So
I gave him whatever instructions to make this beat. Yo, this is the drum pattern that we're using for the song. Yo, this is the bass that we need. I was producing the song.
Okay.
Producing is hiring all the hands. If you produce the show,
executive producer.
produce. To be an executive producer, it means just you the boss.
Yeah, the original term, Boma, Quincy Jones and them. That's
They're
what they used to do.
producers. Quincy Jones is
They put
even an
together the
arranger. I'm
team.
also an arranger. I arrange the songs.
Thing is, as
what you
time
hear is the
went-
final
So you're gonna
product
be
of the
like
song.
the chorus goes here, the verse
maybe
goes
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 here.
here,
start adding more
clean, and then
titles
after
to
the
it.
song ends, it needs to have a break, and then for a couple of seconds with a delay,
And then it builds
the
up.
break, and then it comes back again. That is me.
Yeah.
I actually did that part in Ngudu. That whole entire separation of the songs, and then that whole entire thing, I did that myself. That's a part I composed, but it's such a small part. It's like I just split and separated, and then added a
Then
delay.
you're nice with it.
Dog, I used to make
He
beats as a
actually makes
kid.
music, not just
I started when I was in high school, when I was 14. You understand what I'm saying? So
Okay, wait. How many like songs have you written and no one knows? Like hits.
I don't know.
Just mention one.
I don't know. Let me go.
One
The
that we
first
don't
song
know.
I ever wrote, like that's a proper song that I wrote. I wrote a hook for MXO on a song that we did for a campaign that was started by Lee Kasumba and Slikour called Not in a Lifetime.
Yeah.
And that song, I wrote the chorus for MXO, but the song has got KB Mutselenyane on it. It's got Simpiwe Dana on it. I rapped a verse on that song. It had Pro Kid on it. It had the whole of Tear Gas. That's where I met Stogie T on the day that we record that song as well.
You said Stogie T is broken, he lives in his... But I wanted to talk about...
No.
He's a cheese boy.
He said he lives in his mom's
He's a
house.
cheese boy. He's a cheese boy. He's a cheese boy. So now...
No, I wanted to talk about...
No.
Slikour, 'cause you
Let's
just
not go there.
mentioned
Let's not go
Slikour.
there. No, let's not go there. Wait, we'll go there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll mention him. But we're talking about now how you make the label look like the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
So
We here, yo.
it's a long thing. It's a long story. I don't want to miss the point. So that's how they make the label guy look like the bad guy because they distort the story. the person who's not the producer claims they're the producer just because they made a beat. A guy will come and say, yo, I need points on the song. I produced this song. What's his name? Gobi Beats. He sends his guy to call me. Yo, I need points on the song. I said, what did you produce? He said, no, I produced this song. I'm supposed to have points. I said, no. Whoever offered you points is because you produced and that was a deal you made with them. Our deal was that you get paid a fee and that's that. You don't get no points. I produced a song. You were sitting in fucking Rusty Dusty. You sent that beat via email. There was a file of 5,000 beats. I picked that beat out of 5,000 and then I wrote the motherfucking chorus on that song, me and myself. I put the niggas on the song, arranged the song, and then you want my points.
Okay, so necessarily it was the agreement, the initial agreement.
That was it. That's the agreement. You understand what I'm saying?
But then here's the thing though. The audience,
he's the beat maker.
The fans of music,
they don't know.
They're always going to take the side of the artist.
They're going to take, and the thing is
that's
this.
why it's safer for the media to play on the side of the artist too.
No, it's not safer. It's not safer.
Public.
It's not safer. Let me tell you why. How many artists are there? How many aspiring artists are there?
A lot, especially on ESAM.
So whether you take the side of this artist, he's going to fall off eventually. There's 10,000 new ones wanting to replace him. 10,000 wanting to replace him. Forget the fact that there's 10,000 spots to be replaced.
But then
his one spot, there's 10,000 people waiting in line for that spot. What about the other 10,000 spots?
Are people gonna?
There's 10,000 people waiting in each of those 10,000 lines.
Are people gonna forget?
That's 100 million people
my label
waiting.
did me bad. If you say my label,
it's always been the story. They've already demonized and vilified the labels.
Are people gonna forget?
So what I'm saying is, it's not about people forgetting.
They're not gonna forget.
People never ask. Okay, so your label owes you. How much do they owe you? Where's the invoice?
Yeah, we don't want to hear after that.
Where's that? Okay, did you do the accounting? Did you check? You don't even have the accounting. You don't have nothing. And then you're saying you're owed. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah.
There's
you know
no
what I mean?
That's true. People don't care.
And now the thing is this, dog. That person that you're vilifying is the same guy who's supposed to be opening doors for all these 10,000 kids. You want to make Nota look like a bad guy so that Nota can't help the next kid be as successful as you are.
I'm sure if you're a rapper, you're going to sign to Ambitiouz, the way you think.
No, I wasn't. I wouldn't need to. Why would I need to?
No, I'm just saying, just like,
I've been in the game for so long.
When you look at the Ambitiouz story.
Ambitiouz for me has done more than any of the major labels have done.
For talent in the country.
In the last 6 years that they've existed, than the majors have done since the 90s.
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's just true. That's
now,
true,
bringing talent to the forefront.
Even the talent that lasts, dog, like we still love all of their main artists. Even after they leave.
Everybody.
Look at Avery's, dog. His whole career was built on that.
Avery is still the best eMtee album you'll ever hear. It's the best trap album ever made in the world. In the world. There's no trap album better than Avery. I don't give a fuck.
I mean, that's arguable.
Name one.
But I can see where you're coming from.
Name one, bro.
It's a classic.
Name one. What, Migos? Not a fucking chance. Can they rap in Zulu? Exactly.
I mean, like, let's not use
eMtee
language.
I'm just saying, eMtee can do it in both. He can do it in multiple languages. He can do it singing. He can do it rapping. He can do it, he can do it in different... When you listen to Migos culture, you're not getting the same amount of variety as you're getting
but I mean,
inside
you
Avery.
just drop one song
and the level
like
of
Bad and Bougie and it overshadows
roll up.
everything.
It's like Roll Up. And then you get it's like Versace, Versace, and then you get a Drake remix, and then a Wizkid jumps on Roll Up. You understand what I'm saying? So they always try to villainize the labels, especially the black-owned labels. They never go for the big three, and that's why I started by talking about the big three, the majors. They never talk about the majors. You've never heard an artist that's coming from a major that's going to talk about, oh, the majors played me. Only person who's willing to go at the majors or go at his label is Kanye West, because he knows he's a billionaire. And anyway, he's
only signed to Def Jam anyway.
Well, it was his last album. If you saw the contract,
Universal.
It was the last album. It's through Def Jam and it's distribution. It went from a signed artist to a distribution deal. So it's his last album under the distribution deal. The first 5 they own. The last 5 he owns. Which 5 are more valuable?
The first 5.
You understand? So for us as execs and label owners and everything else, it's like we allow the artist to have his moment. Ne? 10 years from now, he's going to come back, he's going to apologize, he's going to say, I'm so sorry that I said A, B, C, and D. You know what I mean? Please forgive me and everything else. No, it's not even about that.
The masters.
Please,
But at the end of the day, it's not just that. It's because he can then create 10 albums, but they'll never be as valuable.
As that specific.
Yeah.
And these ones are only valuable because it took a team effort to put it together.
But then I want to ask you
know what I
this,
mean?
though. When are you jumping back into the whole label game?
I'm not
when are you
jumping
gonna
into
be
label.
signing?
I'm not signing anything. I'm in the audio business now.
Are you never gonna like?
I'm in the
unearth
audio
talent and
business. No, I'm
stuff?
not signing anybody. I might license music,
Yeah.
but music makes so little money. Have you heard of an artist that's got Coily Ray? Coily Ray is like what to rap. What call me daddy. Call me daddy.
Call her daddy.
Call her daddy.
The podcast
For podcasting. Call her daddy got $60 million.
from Spotify. Yeah.
What did Coily Ray get?
I don't know her deals.
It doesn't matter. She's a musician, dog.
What did she
Kanye
get?
West is pissing on his Grammys. Musicians are not making the bank. There's no artist, dog. Kanye West was not given a $100 million deal by Spotify. Joe Rogan was given that deal.
Big bang.
Sure.
Major key alert.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna be hustling and grinding in
So what
the
you're saying-
music business when the audio business is paying so much.
Yeah, that's facts.
Dog,
Yeah, no.
let me tell you something. Mac G basically put a TV show on YouTube for long enough.
Put a YouTube show on TV.
Put a TV show. These interviews are, it's a TV show.
Standard.
Put it on YouTube,
Mm.
right? Until it got enough traction for a channel to want to license it.
So that's how the deal is. It's a
It's,
license.
it's like a Spotify
Of
deal.
course.
It's like a
Okay.
Spotify. But except our Spotify in South Africa, our Apple Music, they're not making that much money. The people who've got the money are DSTV. So they license the interviews that he's done.
But I'm not gonna lie, watching it, it was like the ads. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to seeing it like that, you know.
It's
'Cause
TV.
I was watching it last night.
Yeah, I know. It's TV because you're used to the normal product. The people
Yeah.
who've only watched the TV
Yeah,
product,
who've never seen it.
Yeah.
now the TV is going to get more
Introduction,
viewers,
yeah.
right? Why do you watch Channel O?
Dude, besides
Because-
those music videos,
No, why would you watch
there's
it for
nothing
music
else.
videos? Because music videos are on YouTube, dog.
There's nothing else to watch Channel O for.
I don't even watch TV that much.
Background music.
I don't watch TV at all.
What-
Yeah,
where
it's
was that
background
lockdown?
music
Just
when
watch
you're at
Super
a
Sport.
restaurant.
What was that lockdown house party thing? Even when you're cutting your hair, it's just playing there. No music playing.
Nothing.
No speaker.
Exactly,
Volume
dog.
off. Just
No,
a video.
the volume is there. They're playing piano. They're playing piano on the volume, but the
But there you
TV is on
sing-
star set.
So you're saying that you wanna be in that when you
I
say
am
when you say the
in-
audio space,
In
well,
audio business, I am.
you mean podcasting specifically?
No. Audio. Music is audio as well. So I've already got an audio catalog.
Yeah.
Music, a very valuable, the most valuable audio catalog in South African hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, the best selling.
Which is dead.
It's not dead.
Kling, we'll talk about that.
It can't be dead. How is it dead, dog?
No, he's
Hip-hop is
saying
dead.
the SA hip hop.
Forget hip hop. I'm
So
talking about the
isn't-
catalog.
Isn't it messing up with the catalog? It's dead.
For me, because
No, the catalog is catalog, dog. The catalog, dog. Your grandmother knows those songs, dog.
Yeah,
And she loves them.
Her grandmother.
Your grandmother has
doesn't
known good. Your grandmother has been dead for many years. The only way she doesn't know is if she died
But
in
that's
2015.
not the best catalog in SA
What I'm
hip-hop.
saying, it's the
not.
most valuable.
That's arguable, bro.
How?
You don't know.
Casper.
Which song has
You can't
sold?
tell me-
Which song has sold more than Ngudu?
You can tell
No, hold
me
on.
that
Which song has sold more than Ngudu?
Let's see.
Ngiyazifela ngawe.
dude, there's been much bigger songs than that, bro.
In South Africa?
Yes,
No,
they
they
have.
haven't. The third best-selling song is Destiny Malaika, 700,000 units. Not even 1 million. Now I'm talking about
Ah,
a
they
song-
rigged,
but-
right,
but
they
It's
rigged.
not rigged. How's
They
it rigged?
rigged.
No,
dog?
but
They
They never used to
sales-
sell singles in those days, dog.
So
They
how
used to
it-
sell albums, CDs. I'm talking about a single, one
how-
song. Wait,
How
dog.
are you selling
Wait,
Kwesta's music? Tell me.
dog, we're selling it in everything, whether it be callback tones, ringback tones, MP3, whatever, streaming, all of that.
So
Add all of those
once you're
together.
bombarding
Songs that
it,
are big.
When you
So
combine all of
you're-
those, it adds up to exactly the same amount of money
Why
as you would
you are
get. No,
stretching
no. I'm not
the
stretching it.
possibilities.
I'm not stretching it. It's not.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm not.
ringtones and stuff. Weren't other people doing
That's
that?
money. It doesn't matter that other people are selling ringtones. They're not selling
Songs
the
that have been-
number of
songs that-
ringtones.
songs that have been
You
bigger
sell,
than-
you sell 300,000 ringtone. I sell 17 million. We're
Major
both
key
selling
alert.
ringtones, dog.
Major key alert.
We're both selling ringtones. No, everybody's selling ringtones. Yeah. Everybody's selling
You know,
ringtones.
his ringtone is what you call Jerusalem.
Jerusalem.
No, it's not.
It doesn't make sense to me. Like
His caller tune. It's because
Yeah.
MTN put it there automatically. I said that in the Sobering podcast.
That's what I was saying, bro. I
So
was like,
I'm just saying, and
never
MTN
chose that
Ngiyazifela
song.
ngawe automatically on a lot of people's songs. And then you don't even choose it, but every month you're paying that R3. And when you pay that R3, that money is coming to me, chief. Understand? Or it's going to Master KG in your
Onata
case.
keeps on winning.
let's talk
It's
about
not about winning.
Let's talk about how much money that is, though.
And
Like,
that
on
makes a
monthly
lot of
basis,
money,
How
ne?
much are we looking at?
On an annual basis, on an annual basis, I'll say Nyasvela Ngawe on an annual basis makes on average maybe 1.2
on caller tune.
No. Just one song.
1.2, 100,000 a month.
And it's not slowing down.
How can it slow down? Because you haven't changed the color tune. Right?
I don't even know how to change that shit.
It's late.
I don't even know how to change it. Okay. Honestly,
You just
bro.
add another one and you'll have 5 color tunes and then 15 rand a month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's how it works. So all I'm
It's
saying...
those first buttons you get, you don't know, except what, papa, before
You
you
just
know it, you have a
press it,
color
bro.
It's
tune.
fine. But Oksala Tina Siahola Tin.
It's crazy.
You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is that in those songs, dog, are bigger than dog. Ngudu won the highest airplay of the year award.
On radio.
2 summers. No, it's a summer award. It's a summer.
Mara, you know.
The highest airplay. What I'm saying is that it had the most spins. It also had the most audience. A hip hop song. It was the first time, the last time
So
a
you
hip
never,
hop song has
so
done
you
that.
never paid PAYOLA, you.
Why would I need to pay PAYOLA? Why
I was
would
just checking.
We have the biggest songs. We made in good. We don't need to pay PAYOLA. We don't need to pay PAYOLA. Now, okay. Now let's talk about this PAYOLA conversation. No, let's talk about this PAYOLA conversation.
wait. I just want to say this.
No,
like,
you're talking about. I understand where he's going because now he's asking. Okay, no, the big Zulu. What were you talking about? Oh, how were you referring to that? What I'm saying to that is
everybody
that
pays PAYOLA.
what I'm it's that
That's South
eventually
Africa.
it boils down. I explained this on the Sobering podcast, but I didn't explain it directly, right? For various reasons. But now I can explain it directly. At the end of the day, in the music business, right? You need certain partners, radio and everything else. You're going to pay PAYOLA in some way or the other. It's either you're going to invite them to your event, and at that event, they're not going to drink, and they're going to have an Uber that's going to take them home or whatever, all this type of stuff.
I mean, like, that's
So
why
are you
it's just
are you
that one
admitting
is-
to doing that?
I'm saying it happens in the music
Are
industry.
you admitting
I'm
to
saying
doing
it
that?
happens in the industry. It happens.
Almost everyone.
It's not illegal. It's not illegal to buy someone a drink. I can buy you a drink as well.
But
when
you
I
pamper-
buy you a
you're
drink,
pampering-
scratch my
when I
back
buy you a drink,
and I'll
dog,
scratch
when
your
I buy
back.
you a drink,
Literally
just the
pampering the
same
person.
way you buy a drink
Dude,
hoping to get some ass, I buy a drink hoping that you're going to talk about me on your motherfucking podcast.
Yeah, they give you a section, you know, they give you a bottle or two.
You know what I'm saying?
VIP section, first row center.
Well, let's not act like
That's
that has happened
PAYOLA.
before.
Is that not PAYOLA?
I mean, like, yeah.
Hey, the new thing. Hey, we've got a new gift for you guys. Hey, we sent everybody. Yo, post it on your Instagrams. Hey, that's PAYOLA.
Imagine getting PAYOLA.
That's
with-
So
marketing.
the only one that's
950.
illegal
That's
is the
marketing.
exchange of cash for a song. But I can do you all these favors. Dog, I can have a driver pick up your daughter at school every single day.
So what you say about the
Okay,
artist?
now,
which are-
that's a favor I would do something for, bruh.
What?
If you're picking up my daughter every single day at school,
Then you must play
But
my
why?
song on Metro
That
FM
means you're
every
ready to
day.
pay
a
a
huge
responsible
load off your
father.
back,
No.
bruh.
Then you must because maybe you have to pay for the driver that takes
Exactly.
you. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
now you're taking that responsibility out of my. Now you can pay for your side chick, and now your wife knows that you're picking up your daughter from school. She doesn't
Okay.
know that you've got a new. I'm just saying.
In conclusion, you pay
Nota
PAYOLA.
knows the-
Everybody pays PAYOLA.
But I'm just saying, though.
No
what
one
about-
does anything for you for free, dog.
What about the artists that give you those shoes and those,
Dog,
those
artists
things for
pay
free?
DJs PAYOLA. When artists feature on DJ songs for free, that's PAYOLA so that the DJ plays that song and then plays his other songs in the club.
I never looked at it.
I
like
did a
that.
feature
I'm
for you.
sleepy.
And you understand what I'm saying?
It works both ways.
That's
you know?
why Nasty C was giving Speedster PAYOLA. Speedster took that PAYOLA and said, hey, no, this is my song.
Imagine saying it's my song when they just
It's
sent
because
it
you're
to
so
you.
used to PAYOLA. You're so used to
I was
PAYOLA.
like, what
Everything is my
Speedster
song.
talking about?
Now-
He's
now-
like, no, it's my song,
speedy.
dude. It's Nasty
So,
C's song,
so
bro.
I want to go back to that because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about
shit.
hip hop being dead and everything else, right? And Younger Chief was the one who spoke about that on his Twitter.
He said what?
He said, no, the reason what's killing SA hip hop is DJs playing 90%
I
American
mean,
hip
there's
hop.
a lot of things killing
Now-
us. That's just one of them, you know?
All the DJs that are watching this, everybody that's watching this right now, myself and Younger Chief are the reason why SA hip hop DJs started making music. Dispute it.
I don't know what's your argument, so how can
My argument is this. We had a conference. We're working at Bada Bing.
Mm-hmm.
Which year is this? Which
This
year?
is 2011 or so. I can't
Okay.
remember. 2011 or 2012.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Okay, let's see.
Conference.
So we did Kwesta Take That. We the year before. No, 2011. We did Kwesta Take That. Ne?
I actually like that song. With the running with the raps.
Now we bought the beat in Amsterdam
Mm-hmm.
from some kid because we were looking for this American trap sounding shit. right? And we bought the beats in Amsterdam and everything else. You know, I wrote the hook, even recorded it. You can even hear my vocals. I'm actually singing on that hook as well with autotune. But I was just learning how to use autotune at that point in time myself. So
share us with the verse. Share us with the verse.
I'll, at the end.
I'd actually love to hear you rapping a verse like a quick one.
It'll be a diss track to Casper.
No, it wouldn't. I can't remember my verses.
But wait, which was the song? Which was the first SA hip hop song? The first one, with the way the DJ is the DJ.
I changed the game.
It was Kings of Tomorrow by DJ Switch.
Okay.
So DJ Switch was the first
Kings
one.
of Tomorrow. Obviously with Kwesta, Drew from 985, and who's that other guy? Terrence McKay.
But let's be honest, that was the best time of SA hip hop when the
No,
DJs were making
no, it wasn't. I'll tell you why.
So
what happened is this.
Vigilante.
But I'm explaining to you. Vigilante, you understand? Vigilante was part of that meeting.
Milkshake
We called all of them. All of them, we set them up at the Radisson.
So you guys had a conference,
a conference, Grolsh Sessions, right?
Yeah.
I see.
So Grolsh Sessions, we bring all these DJs, everybody up into the room. We say, listen, we've got a problem. South African hip hop is not going to go anywhere.
Why did Switch look like Nadia there?
Dog, this is a long time ago.
Yeah, okay.
Either way.
So there was a problem there.
So we say, guys, we've got a problem. We need to find a way to meet. DJs, tell us what is it that's going to help you guys play our songs as hip-hop artists, local hip-hop artists. Guys, we need DJ extendeds. We need A, B, C, D. Okay, if you guys can do this, and then we'll start playing more songs. And then, okay, how can we collaborate more? Guys, you know, like, okay, when are you guys going to start making music? Because we're seeing all these other guys are making music about DJ Drama, about DJ Khaled. All these guys are making music. When are you guys hopping onto the thing? Okay, then the guys agreed, okay, no, we're going to hop on. We're going to make sure that we feature a lot of guys.
That was you and Younger.
That was me and Younger put that together. That whole entire thing, me and Younger. Sugar Smacks had a sponsor. And they said, yo, I need to host sessions for this sponsor. And I don't have any ideas on what I'm going to do. I said, let's bring together all the hip-hop DJs. Let's have a conference. Speedster will corroborate the story. He spoke about it, the Grolsh Sessions. What Speedster and them didn't know is that me and Younger were the ones who hooked that up. They thought, oh no, Sugar Smacks has called us or whatever. You know, because obviously it's like, you know, you guys would call like a grootman of yours, Sbuda, DSBU, call all your connections in the industry and call them here. You guys have an idea, but you use him to bring the people. Right? And that's exactly how it was working. So we built this shit. We structured it. We couldn't be in every single studio, but we influenced the shit. And you must remember, back in those days, right, there was only really one proper hip-hop website that was actually everyone was going to. It was ventilation.co.za. Okay. That was run by Younger Chief. Younger Chief was the one who was running that shit, right? I was creating content for it as well. You know what I mean? To assist him, but I was more focused on social media.
And this
he
is
was running the website, I was running the social media.
Right?
Yeah. All the social media accounts, I was running all that. All the content that was being created for the social, even memes. I made memes back in the day, before memes of today.
Yeah. You sound like Soulja Boy, right?
You know what I mean?
I am. First rapper.
I am. Like, no, seriously, I'm from the same.
You're Soulja Boy.
Like Soulja Boy before Soulja Boy.
When Soulja Boy made Crank
Boy
That,
first.
when Soulja Boy did Crank That, I was hosting parties with my homies and we're filling up the club because that's the music we were playing.
Did you guys wear
This was in 2007. Huh?
Did you guys wear Bathing Apes too?
Yeah, fucked up, dog. I've got pictures of Bathing Ape before you niggas even knew what it was. There's pictures of me on Instagram like from 12 years ago with Bathing Apes, dog. Before niggas used to have stacks of cash, I had a stack of cash, I had a stack of 40K.
I saw that other thing like this. That other picture with you on the...
Nigga, I was 18 then.
Shit.
I was 18 then. And nobody knew who the fuck I was. But I had that money. So,
I want us to talk about the whole Slikour lawsuit.
Yeah, let's actually break down small. In this year, you've earned at least 1.5 million of lawsuits.
No.
There's the one with black coffee. There's the president. There's AKA. There's Shimza. There's Shimza's girl.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say Shimza's gay.
Let's count.
President one, which is Shimza's girl.
Okay, 5 clip.
5. Shimza. Did he not come?
No, it's the same thing.
5.
AKA. Black coffee.
Yeah, 5 clip.
5.
Black coffee.
I know he didn't put an amount, but that one it cost me 26,000. Yeah.
And then Slikour.
20. It was how much?
Lawyer
15,000. Lawyer fees. Getting out of prison, having to pay all those things.
Slikour.
2018 plus 8,000. I paid 8,000 first and then 15,000 last. So how much is that?
Oh, you spoke fast.
23.
Yeah.
Slikour.
It's 300 and something thousand.
Yo. 2 point something.
And now imagine, I've already paid my lawyers. Like, I don't know, almost 100K this year.
At what point are you gonna like stop though? Because I got
It's not
one
about
lawsuit
stopping.
and I was like, I'm done.
No. You got one lawsuit and you're like, I'm famous.
No, I
It's
didn't.
not that you're done.
No,
you're
I
not done.
didn't.
You're not done. Trust
He
me.
was like, guys, I'm here.
and that lawsuit has worn off now.
I'm here.
You need to catch another one.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Trust me.
Okay, let's
No.
find-
Okay,
Okay,
but
let's
anyway,
who's next?
I mean, like, actually, I don't know why he would come and do that. It's like, imagine your old boss who used to treat you like shit at work. You understand what I'm saying? And then you say, yo, this guy used to treat me like shit at work. I was a kid. I was 18 years old. I was 18 years old, dog. I was paying rent, apartment out to the company, and he knew that how much I'm getting paid is not even enough to cover monthly rent. I needed to hustle to be able to be pay rent at the end of the
weren't
month
you an intern?
and to split it. I was an intern. I was sharing with younger men.
Interns
Younger, I was
don't
sharing this
necessarily
place.
get paid. I mean, let's be honest.
We're getting paid. We're getting paid a stipend. 2,500 rand is a stipend.
That's what I'm saying.
I
What were
know.
you expecting, Kante?
It's not that I was expecting. It was fine. You know what I mean? It was fine. I'm not.
But he's a boss
What I'm
which
saying
knows
is-
your struggles. He knows where you stay.
He
and how much
has
it
an
is.
apartment in the same building. It's not like you're staying SOH or your boss lives
Maybe
in
he
four
knew
ways.
that-
Doesn't understand you have to take 4 taxis to get to work. I'm just
Maybe
saying.
he knew that you were a North kid. And
No,
this guy is okay.
you're exploiting me because I'm a North kid. No, don't fucking. You guys don't know what I had to go through. Let me tell you something. When I finished high school, right? My first year out of high school, my dad was bankrupt and in jail.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? My sister had to bail him out.
Whoa.
So, people might think, yes, my parents live in the North, but that's them. They were able to get themselves to live there. Yes, that gave me opportunities. I grew up next to Black Orchard, up the road from Black Orchard, which means I could host parties, after parties for concerts that were happening at the Dome, which means people would go from 20,000 at the Dome to at least 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 people at Black Orchard after the concert. And that's how I used to make money as a kid.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Also used to wait for those Castle Light events. Yeah. Making money today.
No, I didn't.
I'm sure
But
your heart
on
was
those
broken.
days,
The concert.
on those days, we made a lot of money. I did an after party for Akon 50 Cent concert where I even booked DJ Who Kid and who else did we do? Yeah, we did.
You sound like Ashley Ogle right now. Remember when she was telling us?
No, I
yes,
didn't
I
fuck
was
them.
in the club with
I
Diddy.
didn't suck their dick. I wasn't called. I wasn't stalker, nigga. Nah, relax. Sugar Smacks had to come to Monte Casino and pick up his tickets to go see 50 Cent from me.
I
And
wasn't
when
saying
he
you were
came
stalker,
there,
bro.
he saw
I
me,
wasn't saying you
Lloyd
were
Banks, and DJ Who Kid, and we're blooming.
I wasn't
And then
saying you were
Tony
stalker.
Yayo was
I'm
out there at
saying-
Monte Casino driving around the white kids
I'm
in the golf
saying
cart.
she was
Wait,
also
I'm just
telling
saying.
us the
No,
same
I'm not.
thing.
No, don't compare my. Even if you
She
go
was
to
just-
go
I
to the
used to-
ESAM YouTube channel right now and look at Ashley Ogle's views and look at my views, and it's a completely different story. You understand what I'm saying?
It's like a lawsuit. Let's stick
So all I'm saying is that, again, you know, I'm helping these dudes. I've been doing their social, all this shit, dog, that they weren't paying me for.
Sure.
They get a deal with BlackBerry. I'm up on the weekends. He's recording kids. I'm recording them. I'm doing all this stuff. They end up sending an invoice to BlackBerry for 150,000 for a job. All I was saying is like, Fana, to 150 stina. At least, Donna, now 10% for all the work that you're doing. Now 15 stina.
Even nothing.
At least buy yourself something for your laptop because we know that you bought your MacBook with your Samro money. You're making your own money, dog.
Yeah.
You understand? The level of exploitation.
Amara, that's the SA media
No,
industry.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
saying,
the game.
Forget
I
that.
mean,
I understand that,
bosses
but it was... no.
People get screwed all the time,
No,
bro.
you shouldn't. Because you can't go out there and pretend to be a guy who knows the business, who's doing well for the culture and get money for that. Meanwhile, the skeletons in your closet is that you've been exploiting people to get there.
Do you think he still does that though? Because I know
Of
a couple of
course,
people
dog.
that
Why
work.
does Slikour on Life staff not stay?
I have a friend there and he's been there for a while.
And plus your friend had like a gold chain with diamonds. You know?
Yeah, when
with
you
real
went-
diamonds.
I don't know.
But from
I
where?
questioned it.
From where? Tell me.
No, I'm just saying that-
Is he earning well?
I don't know.
What is he whipping in?
Is he still requesting?
I honestly don't know, but
You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that was the whole entire point. At the end of the day, if the business is struggle, let the business struggle, dog. Sell the company. Don't let the employees suffer and then the company crashes because you're going through some depression.
Has
That's
it
what I'm
crashed
saying.
though? It's still alive.
No, ventilation.
Oh,
I'm saying
ventilation.
the company crashed
crashed
at the end of the
because-
day while we were still there. He was going through some depression. He left the office. He was no longer in the office. He was no longer dedicating himself to the work and everything else. He was dealing with his own personal thing. Him and Smacks were partners, and then they ended up doing their own things. Us, as the employees, what are we? We're collateral damage. We're collateral damage.
Just walked in and there was no more the billboard to say that.
And all of a sudden, we can't afford this. 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 And you're like, hold on. I've been working here for years. I'm expecting incremental increases, to progress in life. I'm not getting anywhere. You understand what I'm saying?
And the company's not getting anywhere.
Yeah. So, the company gets a deal from L'Oreal, right? Because obviously relationships based, one of Slick's family, cousins or whatever is like a head at L'Oreal marketing. So he gets a tender to do whatever, and now we have to do corporate videos. Yanga's doing all those corporate videos. You know what Yanga does? He says, hey, damn it, this workload is a lot. Let me get O'Brien. Soul Filter. Soul Filter. Yeah. O'Brien Manana. Yo, come do this work. That was the first time he got a proper check for work because he was editing videos and then he got paid for those videos. But he had to split the money with O'Brien. That 24,000 lasted how long? 2 months, Nyana. You pay rent, Nyana. We can't pay rent. We got kicked out onto the streets. Myself, Younger Chief, Kwesta. Onto the fucking streets. We were on the streets, dog. Our shit, our furniture, our TVs, everything on the motherfucking streets in Bryanston.
In Bryanston.
In Bryanston.
Of course.
The rent wasn't even that much. It was 7,800 rand for 3 people per month. As grown men, we're all working. All 3 of us are working. Where we're working, we can't put together our money to make 7,300. There isn't one of us who's making more than 7,000 rands a month. Isn't one of us. You're everywhere around the country. They know your name, all this type of shit. Hey, you're busy. Every weekend, my grandmother's funeral. I can't go. I'm at such and such a gig. It's fine. At the end of the month, I can't pay rent. Is it worth missing my grandparents' funeral? I've never gotten one. I've never heard Slikour say, you know what, Younger, Nota, whatever. Or whatever. If he has got beef with Younger and how they were working, there would be no Kwesta without the work that I put in at Bada Bing, because there would be no special request without the work that I put in. They weren't even looking for it. They weren't even trying.
But do you see how Slikour has contributed to the whole movement and the culture? Now, and do you take that away from him for how he treated you?
How can I give him that credit, right?
Yeah.
And not feel as if I played my part in that.
But he knows the inside.
I'm just saying.
He knows the contribution, but at the same time, he knows how it works inside.
He knows. I know both. I know how from both sides. I know how it works from both sides. Whether you're the creator, whether you're the producer, the executive, I know all of the stuff. You understand? And when it comes from a music business perspective, I came to Bada Bing to teach them motherfuckers. I knew more about the music business when I got to Bada Bing than they did.
At 18 years old.
Right? It's just that they had the relationship and experience. And what I needed from them is a tag to get into the VIP section of the game. Because once I've got the tag to get into the VIP section, I can to be DJ Smooth, and you can see that, hey, between this motherfucker's ears is $1 billion ideas. That's all I needed from them. That's what they were giving me. But Mina, I worked for that. I wasn't doing it in jail. I wasn't just tagging along just to drink and get girls. No, I was doing work, dog. I was doing work that they weren't doing. They weren't even seeing. I was adding value, and that value brought money in. It brought money in. They were able to say, yo, such and such and client, let's do a social media campaign for you. We've got a social media manager in our company. So you're selling me without me. And then when you get paid for me, I don't get a cent of it.
Ish.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's exploitation.
That's exploitation on like the worst level. And then after that, when I'm now complaining about this exploitation, I call you on the phone. I say, yo, why are you talking things that are inaccurate when you can just pick up the phone and call me? And I told you about this, and now you're changing the story. It's like, no, so-and-so told me this and whatever. So because you've got a Slikour's problem is that he's jealous of me. Oh. Like, when Flubber was alive, he'd always say at the office, Slikour, this kid is so much smarter than you. You think you're smart, but this kid is so much smarter than you. Like, I could sit and listen to this kid the whole day.
So he wasn't...
I mean, he went
I would sit down as a kid, and the whole of squatter camp, apart from Slikour, because he was jealous of me, would come and sit and listen to me talk.
Ish, uzozu moya.
You understand? And then, after the years of exploitation that I endured, and doing, you don't even have a thank you. Now, I swear at you, you feel offended, now you must send me a lawsuit. Nah, dog.
But you went in when you were swearing at him. You fucking cunt. You cunt. I was like, whoa.
Yo, he didn't die.
You know what I mean?
I just knew the minute this
So
brood
for
pulled
that,
up at
for that,
Makwa's
I will
office,
apologize.
Makwa's
For
there
that, I'll
telling me,
apologize. But for anything, no, I pulled up at his crib, dog. I was like, don't talk shit about me on podcast, dog. And he went live. Not when I'm talking nicely and saying, yo, what is A, B, C, and D? When he starts losing the argument, because I'm like, where is this money that you say that I owe you? Who showed you? Why? Show me.
Yeah.
Show me, dog. I don't owe you a cent.
Nota looks like he comes to your house and pours your lean, throws your weed. Go and bath.
And crushes, crushes
That's what I
it.
did.
Go back.
But that's what I did. I had to do that because, dog, the drug problem, the lean that these rappers are, the reason why. Let me tell you something. If anything killed SA hip hop, it's lean. Because the kids are too busy on drugs. They're not focusing on their business.
Not everybody was on lean, though.
A lot of people. eMtee. He's one of the, like, think about hip hop like this. Now, think about hip hop like this, or South African music, right? It's a pot. Yeah. Once the pot starts going over the boil, you need to get out of the pot.
Yeah.
Right? Otherwise, you get burnt from inside the pot, right?
Sure.
So if you don't Major League, if you don't Focalistic, if you don't Devin Gogo, if you don't Casper on your vest, if you don't Kamompela,
you get burnt.
Felekasi. You don't leave your hood. And that's why Beso Dumo did not Kamompela. Mambinja did not go to the BETs. You understand? And then what happens to Gqom? Gqom dies. Because the flag bearer, the person who's the talisman for the culture or for the movement at that point in time.
Stagnant.
You understand? And you spoke about it earlier. The public fuck with whoever's the main artist, whoever they don't care about who's in the crew. They don't care who wrote the rhymes for you and everything else.
Would you say that AK also contributed to the demise?
Of course. His demise. His demise and him and Oscar Stitch and Oscar Stitch is Kwesta Titch and AKA. You know what I mean?
Super soft. Oscar Stitch.
Oscar Stitch.
That's
you know what I mean?
horrible.
But I honestly
the
feel
one
like
has
that
got
was
some Oscar vibes and the other one, you know.
And
so how did he contribute? How did he contribute with the whole the scandal that happened?
Because he's the face. He's the biggest brand.
But then also the other thing is,
now you go in there. We were sitting here together, celebrating him. Dog, this is the biggest deal of his life. You're getting engaged, all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? We're really happy for the dude, right? And I was really happy for him. Like, I've got like a personal relationship with Keenan, right? And also like as an admirer. Well, I mean, for me, he's not aight with me.
Okay.
And it's not even about the thing magic. For me, I cannot be aight with him until he fixes himself. Like,
isn't he going through the process of fixing himself after the whole
clearly not.
What are you saying? Fix himself,
what
like rehab, like
look, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes.
What showed you that he's not fixing
Just
himself?
look at his behavior. It's erratic. He's running around on the soccer pitch.
Yeah, but
he's
there was
celebrating. He's overdoing everything.
a guy and a joint at the same time.
Overdoing it. Overdoing it. You understand? Overdoing it. He's overdoing it.
Making the worst music, bro. His music is
when I saw him come out of what happened with him before, I was like, no, man, he's trying too hard to look fine or normal.
Yeah, that time he's probably not fine, bro.
He's not fine. We're not saying we can see he's not fine, dog. You can't be fine,
through
dog.
what he went through, he can't be just fine.
Do you think that he rushed to get back to the normal life too quickly? Because he started taking bookings, started making music.
I think it's not even about that. Yeah, in the beginning, before he was forced to stop, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning. But now, for me, it's like, I just think that he's on a self-destructive warpath, man. And it's sad to see, dog. It's sad to see. It's sad, dog. Someone that you idolize, someone that you look up to, as a guy who has done so much for the game, dog.
That catalog,
dog.
Bruh,
his catalog is valuable.
His catalog is the best for me.
Yeah, no. Like in terms of vastness. In terms of vastness, yes. Like
Alter ego.
As a hip-hop artist, dog.
Levels is the best ever.
His catalog is unmatched.
Look at like 6 hits, dog. Levels. 6 hits.
Levels.
6
levels.
Hits,
that's the peak of hip hop.
So fucking hits.
Let me tell you something.
Hip-hop.
Levels and Skanda Republic are the blueprint for Dakar 2. The whole entire Dakar 2 was the point that I was trying to do. I was trying to make Levels and Skanda Republic in one album. That's why both albums have got 11 tracks.
Did you do that because
Both
you liked the
discs.
sound of
both discs? No, because I saw the balance and everything else, everything. And I said, okay, how can I outdo this? How can I beat this? Because that was the challenge. You have to beat Levels, and then the album that beat Levels was Skanda Republic. And how do you beat that? Dakar 2. You understand what I'm saying?
And it did it, Shem.
And that's it was an intentional thing.
AK is gonna.
You don't have to say it because he's here.
No, you don't.
I'm just joking.
No, for you. I understand. No, I understand. It takes time for you to accept certain things. It's like me. It takes time for people to understand what I mean. But Mina, I drove all the way 14 hours to Cape Town. I recorded an album with my wife. I did that so that there can be a Sama award over there with my wife's name on it.
And it's there now. I mean, come on.
It's not because
twice. You're very connected.
I didn't have to try
But
3 times.
doesn't your wife work at the summer? She's on the board or something?
No, she's on the board now at Risa.
Oh, at Risa.
Yeah, now she's on the board.
Because not anything you win at right now, it's just like, but not too connected. You know?
Huh?
It wasn't at the summers.
The summers are run by Risa, owned by Risa.
Oh,
so what I'm saying
But
is,
they've got their own organizing committee, they've got their own judges, and none of the board members are involved.
Because you were saying that like your wife is part of the reason why Black Coffee was kicked, or why Black Coffee was kicked.
No. I said my wife is now added to the board.
But then you said Black Coffee, like the nominations got cancelled.
No, that had nothing to do with my wife being. My wife is not involved in that. It's me. It's me. I was the one who put him on blast. I put him on blast so much that he said, "Let me pull out of the summers."
Oh.
And why did I put him on blast so much? Because it wasn't because I was saying he was abusive. No, he has shown evidence that he's abusive. He slapped someone. It's on video, right? It's got over 1 million views. Siamo earned that slap. You know what I mean? For whatever. We don't know what he did, right? Yeah. But he's also too buddy with Euphonik, dog. After Euphonik did that nyolls of posting that girls, we spoke about this in that episode. Anyone who hasn't watched that episode, go watch it. It's episode 2.
Yeah.
So again, he had to pull out. My whole entire mission at that point in time was to say, yo, guys, we need to address the rape culture, the gender-based violence within our industry as well. Before we go out as industry people and we now marching and all this stuff and hold on. There are girls that are talking about being taken advantage of in the studios. There are people that are saying, hey, producer Mang Mang did this to me. It's happening right here. We can't be grandstanding in front of the public and saying, hey, we're fighting. We're fixing the country. We're empowering the country. We're empowering the country. To finish up, we are trilling the country.
AKA.
Yo.
Wait. Do you think
I heard that. I was like, no. Cash, Baba.
Wait. Do you think that AKA he might have another hit? Do you think there might be another comeback? It's over. I've been saying it's over.
But you can't take the opinion of a hater and a former friend.
No, I'm not a former friend. I'm not a former friend. Why would you call me a former friend? I'm still a friend.
No, you are a friend to him. He's not a friend to you.
No, he's still my friend. He's still a friend.
I know you can hold your heart, but you guys are not seeing eye to eye.
No. It's not. What I'm saying to you is this, dog. Sometimes you need to watch a man take all the rope and hang himself. You can't stop him, dog. You understand what I'm saying? You can't stop him. The way these things end is institutionalization, jail, or death. One of the 3. I'm hoping neither. Because I'd still like to have a friend after he's passed this thing. But that's the track he's going on. So, it's
over.
The South Africans are forgiving people.
Very forgiving.
If you were able to get into a studio and make a genuinely good album, right? It would be the biggest album. Be a blockbuster. He'd never be able to follow it up, but it would be the biggest album, right? Right now, what he's done is that this Oscar Stitch Soft Life song, right? Is that he's made people who
question him,
who are standing on the fence, say, I told you guys. Dog, that song is weaker than any song Kwesta has ever made.
Yeah.
And I knew it. I saw it coming. I was
and Kwesta's got a lot of whack songs, dog. A lot of whack songs. Like he can do a playlist of whack songs. No, Kwesta's got like maybe 10 songs that I can say solid in his entire career. 10 songs. Baby Girls being number 1.
Those are a lot of songs though. Let's not act like that's not a lot.
But how many albums? How many albums out of 10? 10 only out of how many albums?
Yeah, 5-6 albums.
Oh.
But either way.
No, I'm not going to lie like that.
Either way. AKA is on 5 albums now. What?
And he has more.
No. Levels was the second. Then after Levels was what? Be Careful What I Wish For.
That's my, And
then after Be Careful What I Wish For is Touch My Blood.
Best
and then after
collab.
Touch My Blood, Bovamania.
Yeah.
Best
Me, I'm
collab
shocked.
album.
Me, I'm shocked.
So can you see that?
I'm shocked.
Godly. Alter Ego. Okay, it was nice. It was
nice
it was a
warm-up.
mixtape. It was a
Yeah.
mixtape with seven bonus tracks to make it qualify for the summers. But it beat Zahara at the Metro FM Awards. Levels. Fucked everything up. Won 2 summers, I think. Best male, best hip hop. Be careful what I wish for.
Classic.
They
Best.
didn't,
One of the best
they didn't
albums,
submit
bro.
it for the summers.
But still the best.
One of
Like
the best
musically,
albums.
that's just amazing.
It's amazing.
Yo,
From start to finish, except from start to finish actually. Even Saga was nice. It's just that it was an old song by the time the project came out.
just from Bryanston Drive, just like
Dog.
in the intro,
For me,
you like,
it's
this is
our Watch
amazing.
the Throne, dog.
It's
There's
definitely
no
cool.
other.
Don't forget to pray.
No,
I
for
mean,
real.
I've never seen two worlds colliding that well.
I understand that. Yes, it's 2 worlds colliding. Yes, but it's not at Watch the Throne level. It's good.
In South Africa. What's
No,
bigger
yeah,
than
but it's
that?
not
What's
at Watch the
better?
Throne level. We don't have a Watch the Throne. Asna.
You don't.
It's a dope collab album. Asna, you Watch the Throne. You Watch the Throne is something
That's
else.
close to it.
No way, dog.
Nah, fit it.
No way, dog.
I miss
close to
Anati.
it.
No way, dog.
Anati,
Dog,
please come back
Watch
to
the
the game,
Throne.
bro.
Watch the Throne is the second best hip hop album ever, in my opinion. After My Dog Twisted Fantasy.
Yeah, my beautiful dog.
In the world.
Ever.
I'm sure you enjoyed Donda, yo.
I did a lot.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So would you say
There
that
isn't a wax song on Donda.
there's a lot of
No, there isn't a
But
wax song.
it
There's
just
good
shows
songs.
It just shows
But
me
all it shows
the
us-
amount of features he had. He was insecure about just
I was saying this
the
on
album.
every-
The album
No,
being
it
dropped
wasn't.
and no one was gonna
No, it
actually
wasn't.
listen to
No,
it.
it wasn't. No,
Dude,
it
this guy
wasn't.
had more features
How many albums does he
than
have?
Metro Booming
How
on
many
his own
albums
album.
does he have? How many albums does he have?
Dude, he has a lot of albums.
This is his 10th album. His
But
11th
still.
album. It's his 11th album.
He
Hold
did-
on. Wait. How many times have we heard everything Kanye's got to offer? Except for the features. We've heard it on the first album, the second album, the third album, fourth album. Come on, dog. Forget what you're saying about the features. Now, let's talk about the business of music right now. It's all about being DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled, it's just DJ Khaled with a whole lot of Kanye verses. That's what it is. It's like a Khaled album. And
Yeah.
Khaled has changed the format of
His
how
last-
albums are being
but
made.
the last album
Was a
Khaled
flop.
made was a flop.
Yes, because now we've seen that trick. You can't do the same trick twice and expect the same results.
But after tonight, we'll see. It's gonna be Certified Lover Boy versus Donda. And me, I'm on Certified Lover Boy.
It's obvious because Drake is way hotter than
But
Kanye.
forget
at this
Drake
point.
being hotter than Kanye at this point. No, and even forget that.
Kanye's 40 years old, bro. He's a 40-year-old
No,
rapper.
it doesn't
bro.
matter.
He's a 40-year-old rapper.
If he wants to go head on head with Drake, then this is what happens.
No.
The same way he took 50 Cent
He's
out of
not going
business.
head to head. He's not going to head to head.
Now, you can't go head to head.
He
with
never took
Drake,
50
bro.
Cent out of
Drake is
business.
gonna
Jimmy
win by a mile.
Iovine took 50 Cent out of business.
Drake is going
What happened
gold
is that
first week. Gold.
50 Cent had a fallout with Jimmy Iovine, the owner of Interscope,
Yeah.
the guy who started Beats Audio, which is now Apple Music,
Sure,
the
yeah.
partner of Dr. Dre,
Yeah.
right? So he had a fallout with Jimmy Iovine. It's like having a fallout with Nota. How? I mean,
But
if
they
the
also
authority says
they're
never.
the bet.
No,
They're the bet.
we're in
They're
a
the
room.
bet.
No, I'm just saying, we're in a room, us as the bosses. You understand what I'm saying?
Major key
We're,
alert.
we're in the
Major
room,
key.
us as the bosses. Nah? And we're discussing you. We're like, nah, next.
Sure.
The first call I had this morning, no, don't say who it was. Nah?
Okay. Yeah.
It's Steph.
You understand?
I'm
Don't
trying
say
to
who it
see.
was. The first call I had this morning,
Yeah,
Okay.
that's like a big name, a big boss.
incoming.
Why are you fixing this? Was a problem here.
Yeah, I was, trust me.
Okay.
This was Spory reason. I'll tell you about those ones. But I'm just saying, the first call,
Okay.
You
You're
see?
fixing the country.
Levels.
we're at another level.
Levels.
We're talking about you and we're like, nah,
Find out this boy.
less.
Yeah.
So you know what Jimmy Iovine told 50 Cent? What about? What am I pointing at?
The Mercedes.
No, I'm pointing at the TV.
What about the TV?
For Life. What's the other one? Power. What's the other show that 50 Cent's doing?
Oh, on Star TV.
Oh.
Star.
What I'm telling you is this is what Jimmy Iovine said to 50.
Let's go to TV.
Said, do this. Why?
Why?
Because 50 Cent was in his office with SMS audio around his neck. Imagine you're in the owner of Beats by Dre's office. You're signed to his label. Your own headphones.
Yeah, that was such a that move by 50.
Hold on.
But
Now,
but
50 says that Jimmy Iovine got angry because he thought that 50 was trying to compete with him. 50 says that, I know that if they buy Beats for 3 billion, then they're going to buy me for 100 million.
Which is not the case. They don't
No,
care.
it is. There's a competition because he's like, as soon as
But I mean-
LeBron James turned down the $80 million Reebok deal. Reebok took that money, gave $40 million to Jay-Z, S. Carter's, gave $40 million to 50 Cent, G-Unit sneakers. So what he was saying is that
okay.
if Beats by Dre is
applying
LeBron,
the same logic.
if Beats by Dre, I'll be 50 or Hove. I'll get the smaller bag for the
but they
competing
didn't go
company.
anywhere, those headphones.
They got bought by another company.
By who?
I don't know who the company that bought.
For how much though?
I don't know for how much it was. It probably wasn't that
Not
much.
the 3 fucking billion.
No, 3 billion was for the audio streaming, everything. Beats, Apple Music
That's
is
why,
Beats audio.
Yeah. That's
what the 3 billion
radio
was for.
shows and stuff.
It was a long process. It was a long
So
process.
they actually sold headphones, but then it turned into...
That was part of the deal.
Oh, okay.
That was part of the deal.
I see.
You understand? So they were making headphones, the hardware and everything else,
Yeah.
and then they made the software, which is the streaming service,
Yeah.
to compete with Spotify. Yeah.
But Spotify is one that bites, so would you say?
Spotify has got 165 million paid subscribers. Apple Music has got 60. The last time they announced.
But so by a landslide.
By over 105
I mean, like
million.
the mere fact that Spotify, Apple Music is associated to a certain iOS and Apple. You have to
everything.
have, you have to have an iPhone. You have to
No, Apple Music you can have it
but
on
the nice
Android.
part is not everyone knows that.
And Apple Music pays
Not
more.
everyone.
It pays the artist more.
But
when you
not
listen.
everyone knows that. Spotify is like universal. Whatever phone you have, you can use it.
Even like the Move That podcast.
Yeah, same with Apple Music.
Yeah, but people don't know that.
I know, but it's coming. It's coming.
Did you
It's
see
coming.
Apple?
Not many people have Spotify in South Africa. Compared to Apple Music, it's tiny. But
Everyone I've come across has Spotify.
What is an interesting trend that they're finding is that in South Africa, you got more premium Spotify users than you have freemium Spotify users, which is a different trend from the rest of the world, where in the rest of the world, people use it for free. But in South Africa, we like flossing so much that we'd rather pay than have the free Spotify.
No, for me, it was when Joe Biden...
He's
moved
part of
to
them.
Spotify. I was like, fuck Apple Music, I'm going to Spotify. And then when
But you pay for it.
Podcasts were separate, dog. Podcasts have always been free on Apple Music, dog.
No, I'm saying...
But you pay for it.
No, just
You pay.
to be like... Yeah, you pay.
No,
So
the
yeah,
audio, he was
I'm just
there.
saying,
He was-
you're
he
part
was
of
there. It
the
was
South
Spotify.
Africans, the typical.
So,
No,
I
Spotify
mean,
is a much better app, dog. Like, honestly.
for listening,
For
right? But now
listening.
the thing is this, ne? You want to listen to music and things on Spotify, right?
Yeah.
I want to listen to my podcasts. When I want to listen to music, I go to Apple Music and I go to Apple Music because my podcasts are going... My music is going at the normal speed.
That's true. When you pulled up, the car was just.
Why do you do that, bro? Like, I can't, bro. Like, I honestly can't. I need to listen at a normal speed, bro.
I understand.
I listen to voice notes fast.
So do I.
You.
Even the voice notes.
Yeah,
I
I know
can't.
people talk too slow.
Just
like
You got the message.
And guess what that does?
What does
It
it?
halves the amount of time you need to listen to that.
Yeah, you save yourself time. Yeah.
Halves. It halves the time. An hour podcast, I listen to it in 30 minutes. When you guys are doing your thing, I wait until an hour. After an hour, I jump in and then I catch up on double speed. And then by the time you guys are done after 2 hours, I'm here. I'm here with you.
But I feel like I'm gonna miss something, especially if it's a podcast that I enjoy. I need to hear like the atmosphere, the energy in the room. Just like you're gonna miss out the chemistry.
You just need to hear the information.
Nah, that's it. That's it. And the thing is this, dog. I'm trying to listen to more content than anybody else.
Yeah, you listen
You're
to
not.
a lot of content.
You're not. I'm actually doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it as work. I'm listening to all this stuff as work. I'm taking all this stuff in, all of it, every day, more than anybody else. You know what I mean? And now when I've got more listening time in this stuff than all of you guys, what does that make me? The foremost expert in the consumption of the audio. And now if I consume as much audio and everything else, when I'm running an audio company to try and create all these different audio properties, I've got the background knowledge of all the different other things that I've been consuming.
Vision. That's your vision.
It's not a vision. It's what's happening right now. You are seeing it happen. Everybody's doing it.
Major key alert.
Besides the music, though, which podcast would you say that in your audio? Is it a network or what is it? What is it?
Yeah, I do listen to some networks. I support some. I support Podcast and Chill with MacG.
Yeah.
But
are you trying to build a similar thing?
No.
Like a network, or is it just
everybody? Like I've already got my own network.
Do you wanna build?
It's just that it's a shadow network.
I wanted to say this though. Do you know that like I would Like the big
I listen
talk-
to Business Movers, Business Wars, The Money Show, Democracy Now, the Bob Lefsetz podcast, The Intelligence by The Economist, Slate's What's Next, Masters of Scale by Reid Hoffman, who's the founder of LinkedIn. You know, fix your LinkedIn profiles, people. Podcast and Chill, Text Talks, Ebro in the Morning, Entrepreneurial Thought Leaders, which is a Stanford speaker series. Even the Rich, the Joe Budden Podcast, Founders Journal, Armchair Expert, Super Soul by
but it's
Oprah,
because you are like,
Badlands,
you don't have a job and
Higher
you sit at
Learning.
home the whole day. You have nothing to do. Like, who has time to listen to all of that, bro?
To say,
Let's be honest.
I don't have a
I'm
job, it would be
predicting
inaccurate.
major killer. Let's continue.
Yeah,
Do you
but I'm
don't
just
have
saying,
like a day job that
No.
you go to, like,
I'm retired.
but that's what I'm
Major
saying,
key.
that like you have the time to consume all of that content. Most people
Major
don't have the
killer.
time.
Retired at
Yeah,
31.
but
Most people don't have the time.
Yeah, most people don't retire at 31.
Major key alert.
That's on
I,
levels.
so even me just bringing my brain to think about most people is like
It's a different breed.
it's like
It's another
You're
breed.
in the 1%.
It's a major league.
were they chilling with Lloyd Banks and Hookie and Tony?
Major
I'm not
key
part of the
alert.
99%.
Were they handing Squatter Camp 50-cent tickets, unit tickets?
No,
No,
they
they weren't.
But I mean, let's get into, because you had like 10 things that you predicted that you would say that are happening this year.
Before he goes through that, because I could see, I was waiting for like just to. We spoke about SA hip hop being dead, ne?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
let's talk about the Johustleburg video.
The Johustleburg.
Too little, too late, ne?
Yeah, I know.
And he met the mayor, Jody Lee.
I mean, like it was good PR, but it's
For me,
like
it was
All I'm
way
saying
too
is that let me tell you something. Yo, the lean, bro. The lifestyle is too much, dog.
because
And I think
this
he's
album
still- and my
sounded
thing
like
is
he was
this, is like
apologizing. for
Everybody's
it.
saying, yo, no, stop talking about cats, you know, and stop mentioning their kids. I'm like, the nigga names his albums after his kids. We can't help but think of the kids. When we think of the albums, we think of the kids and we think, damn it, if their dad collapses, crashes his car, does not make it, who's going to raise these kids? Not those albums.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those albums are not going to, not the homies in the studio. His homie died, Lebza. The first thing he posted was that I was not there. The first thing, I was not there. Yo, a lot of rumors are circulating about my homies passing. I just want to let everybody know that I was not there.
Because like people
Black
thought,
Steph dies.
Yeah,
The first thing he says, I was not there.
Fana Black Steph is not dying.
I'm just saying, God
multiplying.
forbid. Yes, God forbid. But Ria Khopani, I was not there. I was not there.
That's a bad
It's like it was known. No,
It's known.
It's known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's known, that
Sure.
one.
Yeah,
So, you know, and that was my whole entire problem is like you talk all this gangster loyalty, I'm all for my gang and everything else, but your squad, dog, you're still rocking the Gucci from the old label.
Ish.
You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't even look good on you no more. You understand? It's faded out. You're a family man, bro. You need to get out of the trap. Get into the new life that you're living with your family, raise your family, make sure you set a good example. Imagine there's a video of him stumbling around and everything else. Imagine his kids have to see him like that, stumbling around, seeing your dad stumbling around. Imagine
your
the
kids have
Xanax
to-
tablets
imagine
on
your
the
kids-
floor.
your kids
Your
have
kid
to
picks
see
up a
your dick.
Xanax tablet and dies.
Imagine your kids have to see your dick.
They don't see it. Imagine your kids.
How?
Your kids are shown your dick in the
Aye,
toilet
yeah,
at
yes.
school while someone is bullying them.
Ish.
Someone says, look at your dad's little dick. This is the shit that made you. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, you just think of, like, no, man. There's too many L's, dog. And the L's are him. And he blames everybody. We can't blame Ambitiouz, dog. Ambitiouz didn't pull his dick out and put it on Instagram Live. Ambitiouz didn't fall over. Oh, no, he was tired. He had too many gigs. If he's tired, he's a grown fucking man. I'm
all
tired.
the turmoil and the stress.
Say I'm tired. I'm tired.
The turmoil and the stress from his
What stress?
his disputes with Ambitiouz led
No,
him
there was
to
no
that.
disputes, dog. Because
Led to
when
him using
everybody left Ambitiouz,
substances,
he was
led
there
him to
quiet. And he saw everything that happened. And he was quiet. Why? Because it meant more for me.
Yeah, I know. Because even
You understand what I'm saying?
Aries didn't like that.
And I'm sure they were saying in his ear there, "Ntana wanna just blow my ear."
Blow my ear.
Or make
Those
a
ones are
video.
jealous about you.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
jealous.
Yeah,
They are jealous of you.
Yeah, they're
Stay.
jealous. We'll get you an A45, you'll show them flames. We'll get you an ML, you'll show them flames.
Now,
Whilst
Black
Chaisa
Diamond.
is
Black
Sakumuta
Diamond.
zonke. You
Black
understand what I'm
Diamond
saying?
is
But
now
it's crazy.
driving
Like
it.
this album, he was trying to be
Apologetic.
and I've changed.
When he
I'm a
went to
better
go
man.
to podcast and chill, and this is exactly what we were talking about at the beginning, he went and further went to demonize Ambitiouz. Completely unnecessary. Look at Amanda Black.
Yeah.
Ashmara always Amanda Black.
She's on the charts right now.
No, but her
I mean,
album
like
is
she's
really
on the
solid.
charts.
Her
She was
album is-
trending.
She's on the
album
charts
is
right now.
trending.
She's not- she-
But then
No,
it's
she's
like,
a soul artist, guys. Let's not even compare.
No.
Let's not even compare.
What I'm saying,
Hold on,
is,
hold on.
what I'm saying is this.
What I'm saying is this.
When she was ambitious, we always felt her presence.
Yes, that was her first album debut. Your debut's always gonna.
But what I'm
blow shit
saying
out.
right now-
I understand that. I get you. I hear what you're saying. I hear
It
what
picks
you're saying.
up because she dropped.
I hear what you're saying. I'm not saying that Ambitiouz is not the best independent label to be at if you want to go at a higher rate. She went to a major. She partnered with a major. What I'm saying is that she hasn't gone into obscurity.
And bash.
She's not going out there bashing
Okay,
her old label and
that's
everything
fine.
else. She says, hey man, my old label, things weren't working out the way I wanted, so I had to step out and then I had to, rebuild my career from there. But when she left, the nigga stayed.
I know he saw a lot of people leaving.
He saw everybody suffer, right? And then he wants to come out and look like the victim. Ekbeni, he was waiting for them to suffer. He was like, yeah, no, fuck that nigga. I'm the nigga that put this on. And niggas need to stop this thing of, no, eMtee built Ambitiouz. Fifi Cooper built Ambitiouz, dog.
Hey,
Ambitiouz would have had no artist.
I got eMtee.
You can say eMtee,
eMtee.
but Fifi Cooper was the
way,
first
yo.
one.
No,
Whatever you feel about it.
Versus was whack.
No, whatever you feel about it, it's fine.
And she's
hits.
from Maph. Like I'm from Maph. Like we are both from Maph. Like
Fifi
but
Cooper
still,
for me,
bro.
out
I
of the
hate them.
female rappers, I still haven't seen a female rapper that has really shut shit down like Fifi Cooper when she was doing her thing. Dog, you forget Tina Slally.
Yeah, but she had
Baby
ambitions.
working out. Dog, she
Waya.
was ambitious. She was the first
She was
artist. She was the only artist.
She was the first artist.
The reason why Ambitiouz had the money to sign eMtee was because of Fifi Cooper.
I see.
The reason why the business was there. Let me tell you something.
But isn't the Ambitiouz
Dog,
owner
dog,
brothers with Supra Mahoma
dog,
Pelo, who was the mayor of Mafikeng?
No. He was
So
not the
you're
mayor of
saying
Maphorisa. He was the
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 premier of
stacks are
Northwest.
coming
Premier
from
of
the tax
Northwest.
money.
Wherever
So
he's
the
getting
ANC
those,
ties-
wherever he's getting the capital, the startup capital, right?
Yeah.
He had to invest in an artist, create a business model that works. For him to invest in more. If Fifi Cooper did not work, do you think he would have then said, oh, let me try again with eMtee?
I think he would.
No, he wouldn't have. I'm telling you because I know him. He's my friend.
So you're telling me that Fifi Cooper was hot?
Yes!
Did she have a hit? Did she
She
have
had
a single?
kisses.
Yeah. Would they be crazy?
She said, Strive goose.
Really?
Nabangan bam. You know what I mean? Her first,
Okay, I remember that.
You
I feel
understand?
it. Fifi was love, dog.
Yo,
She was.
Dog,
Even
Fifi
if
was
it
everywhere, dog. Everywhere, dog.
And
Washa,
also,
washa.
even the
Washa,
pros like
come on, dog. Come on,
Washa,
dog.
washa,
Come
remember
on,
washa,
dog.
yeah.
Dog, come on, dog.
Come on,
The time she
dog.
performs there at the stadium every New Year.
You understand what I'm
it's
saying?
always her, yeah.
Hey, it's always her, and you're like,
I'm tired of Fifi Cooper.
But either way, but all I'm saying is that was the reason why. You understand? And then they added on the other niggas as time went. You can see, let's look at the other dudes. Java, he started 1020 Cartel or re-established it after they left Ambitiouz, right? It's not easy running a label.
Yeah, it's not.
But let's be honest, that four-piece
Forget
is
the
still
four-piece.
amazing music.
Forget the
It
four-piece.
even won a summer. You
Forget
saw
the
that.
four-piece.
It won a summer.
Dude, but like Summer's
The EP.
what's the
EP.
value of a summer now?
Whatever.
Yeah,
Isambulo.
Yeah, but what's the
No,
value of the
forget-
summers
No,
now?
forget. It's a lot. It's
I'm
a lot.
like,
What do you mean? I keep telling this to people. You've never won a summer, dog. When you win a summer, you're a summer award-winning artist. Every promoter's booking you because this guy's won a summer. Everybody in South
Yes.
Africa, hold on. Who doesn't know the celebrities, who doesn't know the superstars and everything? 4 million people watch those summers, dog. And if you win, dog, that means money in the bank
Tell
for you
me
from
the most
the
booked
day
people
after.
right now are who?
Forget the people who've...
The most booked people right now. Are they winning summers?
They don't even have one award.
No, wait,
for
Fine,
it.
they don't care about summers.
Actually, they do.
They don't. No, they
Who?
don't.
No, Maphorisa and them,
they
they do.
swept. Kabza, they swept. Risma, Lisa, they got their best
Yeah,
white
but this
album.
is only
What I'm
now.
saying,
Now.
what
For
I'm
the
saying
past
to
year,
you, what I'm
yeah.
saying to you is
They
this.
started
What I'm saying to you is
Go is going out there.
Wait.
Major League is gone.
Now, yes, that's fine.
Summers don't.
I'm not saying that summers are the only thing that gets you gigs. I'm saying, what do you get out of winning a summer? Is that
I mean,
you
like you can
you
add more.
get to become
you can
one
add more,
of no. You
more
get
value
to
to your price tag now.
dog. You get to say that I had the best album in my industry
That
in
year.
this genre in this year. That's all you get to say.
There was a time when
That's
that
a big
mattered.
deal.
That
It
mattered.
still matters to this day, dog. Otherwise,
after the Metro thing
Dog,
scandal
did you-
and the Summers scandal, we all just started saying,
what summer scandal?
The Metro.
Metro, yes. But
awards
what's
one.
Summer Scandal? What's Summer
We
Scandal?
just said I know.
No, it's just Casper's the one who told you no Summers or whatever. But he's got 3. You understand what I'm saying?
But yeah,
He's got 3. He doesn't want you to win in.
Yeah, he's like, fuck the Summers. That's why he has them at the crib.
He's got 3.
peeing on them. He's not peeing on them. He's not throwing them in the
I
toilet.
even gave him one. He used it as a doorstop. I gave him his good summer and he used it as a doorstop. You understand what I'm saying? So
Casper level.
you understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
So
Hey, look,
Ray,
he's smiling.
No, I'm just like, that's dope. You know,
Yeah.
the fact that you can just get to do that at an award.
yeah. So you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the summers matter, dog. The summers matter. The summers matter.
You'll come back to me and say they don't matter.
How can I come back to you?
You know why?
I've been winning summers for years, dog.
After like
Hold on, hey. I've been winning summers for years, chief. Wait, before you
Summers, acknowledgement by
The Summers were hot when like our Double HP were performing music and that's when we used to tune into the Summers. Like, yo, that's fucking eMtee and Summers.
Did you watch the summer ceremony?
numbers?
No, I didn't.
Had you ever met him, seen him in real life with your own eyes?
No, but it's from
Yeah,
far.
Had you ever paid for a ticket to go see him at a show?
I was young.
Exactly. Today, you get to see these guys. Some of them are even younger than you. Some of them you went to high school with. There's no way you're more fresh than me. So obviously it won't be the same thing as
I
when
have a
you were
younger
kid.
sister. She
So
never
you can't
told me about
compare
a summer.
No, wait. I'm saying you can't compare the excitement for the summers then and you have now. And I do admit the summers do have a problem. I don't work there. You know what I mean? They do have a problem. Even this year, they even brought the new Artist of the Year award, which is anyone can vote for it, right? And Black Diamond won it. Makadzi could have won it, but she decided not to rally up people to vote for her.
What do you think of the Amapiano Awards, though?
Brilliant.
Didn't Makadzi
Just like the SA
complain?
Hip Hop Awards. You know, the biggest regret I have probably in my career was that
Not to start it.
we listened to AKA and boycotted the first SA Hip Hop Awards. Because that award show, we just boycotted it. And then all of a sudden, we watched Casper sweep. And then it was the biggest thing the next year. And we're like, what the fuck? And we're like, but these awards didn't even matter. This is the first year. And we like, fuck, about Osmic, how are they hosting awards? It's because of beefs. We were angry. Understand? That year, it was the same year we released Boom Shakalaka. Boom Shakalaka got so many nominations. Every category that Casper won in Best Music Video, all those things, Boom Shakalaka should have won. That very next year, Kwesta should have had the same momentum that Casper carried from those awards. Should have been able to go to the brands, should have been able to go to Vuzu and sell his sub story, and then everybody loves him after that. You understand?
Yeah.
So we didn't do that. Mistake. Anybody that wants to make the same mistake with the Amapiano Awards, you'll regret it. If they flop, let them flop. But you did everything you needed to
As an
do
artist.
to capitalize from them.
Yeah.
Awards matter, dog. Awards matter. At the end of the day,
Any sort of
at the end of the day, wait. At the end of the day, wait. At the end of the day, dog, when I walk into a room, in a boardroom, and I see all your favorite artists and everything, Mina, what I do, I stand on the fucking table. I say, anybody that's got 11 or more summers in this building can stand on this table and join me.
I mean, summers are chosen by people.
And no one will join me. And guess what? Everybody sitting down will be like, shit, this nigga got 11 summers to his name. Or 10. Or whatever. It's a lot, dog. And it matters. It means that you can call yourself the authority. And right? And although people in the people in the music business, no one from the business has ever said, that nigga's not the authority.
It's always the fans.
No, even the fans. No one's ever said that.
But Black
people
Coffee,
do say
No, he said
that
the
too.
authority is chasing after. He didn't say I'm not the authority.
No,
This person which calls himself the authority.
He calls,
Yeah.
no, I don't even say name.
Self-proclaimed.
Nota. Yeah. He calls himself the authority. He calls himself the authority.
Self-proclaimed.
But at the end of the day, you had to talk about me. You had to mention me. You had to send your lawyers to me. You had to pay your lawyers for my ass.
let's go
But
on.
like,
Yeah,
you had to pull out from the summers.
Those ones
but
were
wait.
having the heart.
Wait.
Those ones to Black
Which ones?
Coffee, those ones which were hitting you did it in front of us and I was like, yo, Nota.
Exactly. And now everybody is like, who's Black Coffee? Now the whole entire cover, the myth that was there is now gone. And then what does that mean? It means Kabza the Small can rise. It means Maphorisa can rise. It means all these other kids can rise. Because what we've got in this game is a whole lot of Grootmanism. And these Grootmans want to hold on to power forever. They never want to say, hey, let me let the next person in.
I get you there.
Will never say, Uncle Vinny, take my chair. Let me sit behind the camera.
Yeah, I don't see that
It will
happening.
take Nota dissing Scoop every fucking week.
like,
Dissing him
yo,
about being a deadbeat dad, going to raise your kids and all that shit.
Ish.
And then after a while, when he starts seeing, and then Impinchi he's old, Abo Sizo Dlomo, look at, why does everybody disrespect Scoop like that? Why does everybody feel like they can disrespect Scoop? This guy comes out, but Scoop told us. Everybody's like, oh, Scoop, fuck. And Scoop is like, hey, bro.
You know, he left the podcast.
I know, he started the podcast. It's him and Dimples. It's their production. So he must produce the show. But he doesn't have the knowledge and the intrinsic,
intrinsic?
He doesn't have it's something you feel inside from being immersed in the culture.
Okay.
Well, he feels like an outsider.
He is an outsider.
He's an outcast.
He's an outsider.
But
he's a kid that lives in America vicariously because he loves basketball. And then because hip-hop is in South Africa, he wants the America to come to South Africa, which is wrong. Go into the townships. Go into the hood. Find out what those kids are actually doing. Hang with those kids. Find out about the culture. Then come to Popcast and say, this is what's happening in the culture. Don't figure out things in your head. Go to everything ESAM, because I was always wondering, how did this guy get into the game? When he did your interview, I watched that. I was like, damn, this is the first interview where we actually hear from school. And this is exactly why he talks nonsense, because he was pulled out from refereeing basketball matches to come and host a hip-hop show.
But he's a good
commentator.
Like he's just
anyone who
he's a narrator.
well.
He's a narrator.
Now, you must remember that the SABC is the biggest broadcaster, right? It was white-owned. It's always had Ukos FM and all these things.
So if he can get
white people used to pick. White people used to pick
anybody.
The best speaking. Oh, you got a nice voice.
Yeah, like that.
Oh my gosh.
Accent,
you got a nice voice. Let me
spectacular.
What's your name? Tuso. Yes. We're going to put you on Lesedi FM. And then the white man will put him in there. And then all of a sudden, and now he's going to be broadcasting to millions of black people. Millions of black people who have not even the slightest idea how they get onto radio. They think that you have to get inside it. You understand? Or he's going to be on TV.
Yeah.
Where all people don't know how you get onto TV, and you understand? You become this big super celebrity and that's basically the Grootmanism in the black elite. That's how it was created. It was created by white people. It's always been like that. White people own the corporations. They give the black man the bag. He becomes the token black.
They did that with the countries. They did that with everything they touched.
Everything. So there's been that culture. So it's always been like that. So the OGs, your Oskiro levels and everything else, they were just like, they were getting these shit deals from these labels, whether TS Records, Kalawa, 999, all these things, you understand? And then they made a lot of money because then they were still selling units, right?
Yeah.
Cassettes. Cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes.
They were still selling units. International was selling CDs. So local artists, when CDs came in, started losing out on money because people started buying more and more CDs. But it took time for that because what would sell in those CDs would be the international catalog. So the record company started making international catalog in both cassette and CD, and then the local catalog in cassette only. Right? So CD players start becoming more popular, and then they soon become ubiquitous. Now everybody's got to sell on CDs. But because the local market was always served on cassette, it took them a while to convert into CD. By the time they convert into CD, internationals got such a far ahead market share lead. You understand?
That
and also
thing.
the LSM, it's white people who've got access to capital, money and everything else, rich black people and everything else. Those are the ones who are buying CDs, buying international music. And also South Africa was in isolation for so long. After being isolated for so long, all you want is a taste of the world.
That's so true.
A piece of everything. Oh, yes. So we did all of that for the first couple of years of democracy, and we're adapting and adopting everything that we could find overseas, but in the townships. So what I'm saying is that about Oskido and all of them, those are the OGs, the Grootmans, right? They got their shit deals, whatever, everything. The white people own the capital. They sold their cassettes. It's always been cassettes. International sold CDs as soon as they started being introduced because the people that could afford the CDs, right, are the people with the money. And they buy more CDs. And there's the margin that you make on a CD compared to the margin that you make on a cassette is also higher as well. The profit margin. All of those things played into the fact that, international music then started dominating, taking up a lot more market share, and local had a small piece. International kept the lion's share. So we've kept that. And the township has still maintained its own thing. House music came in because the white kids came, Abo Christos, DJ Christos, Katsaikis. Understand? Laga, Mzongwa, Kalawa.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Didn't Boost at some point?
I think he
told
produced
us,
and then Jaros, Zayn, Mandla.
Oh,
Eugene.
Kalawa. Jazz something. Jazmee.
Mandla speaker. Eugene Techo.
Sure. Yeah.
Zayn. Sibika. Mauta. Jaros Chakarumba.
Wait, Kunje, what was your
You understand
initial
what I'm
point on
saying? So
this?
what I'm saying to you is this, that the hood was doing its own thing. So about DJ Christos would come in, whatever. Well, DJ Christos's white friends would come in with all these house records from wherever they'd import them from. Because white people could import things or whatever. Or some could travel and fly in with new vinyls, right? And then they'd go to the raves and they'd play this house music at the raves, right? And then with the same crates, right? Now they need to go play at the bashes, which is the parties for black people. They take the same things and then they put them, slow down the speed, 45 RPM. That same house now plays at 45 RPM, becomes Kwaito. That was what was happening in the township. So it took something from overseas, but gave it its own local twist. Now this Kwaito needs vocals. So then they start getting all the rappers in the hood to start putting vocals.
Dash.
Not Abu Brown Dash, but yeah. Abu Trumpis. You
What
understand?
we would describe as Rismatlis and Zuma.
Yeah, right now. You know what I mean? Not even that. What we'd describe as the Kwestas of today, the Caspers, all of those, it come from the same thing because it had to develop. All of them had the sensibility of hip-hop and you could hear it because they were translating certain phrases that are big in big hip-hop songs overseas.
I choose number one.
You understand? And translating them. So they were influenced by that hip-hop. So the hip-hop influence has always been there. Hip-hop has always been influencing. Hip-hop has been the foremost global youth culture. Black youth culture. The foremost global black youth culture. And because it's black people, African people, it's part of us. It's natural. It comes into us naturally. Even though it was founded by people who were removed from our mother continent and then taken to the Americas and the Caribbean, right? But it was founded by people from the Caribbean, for people from the Caribbean.
That ended up in New York.
Haiti.
In the Bronx.
Or the Haitians.
Caribbean. All of it. Caribbean, right? And ended up in the Bronx. And that's who founded hip-hop. So it was made by Africans. It's African. It's African music. You understand? So there's no way
But they hate it when they refer to themselves as African American.
Like they don't want STC.
Yeah. So before all of those things were happening, right? Kwaito had its development pattern, just like hip-hop has done. You know what I mean? And then what happened is that a lot of the people who are doing like American-sounding hip-hop, like rappers, right? They separated themselves because they created a separation between classes. There were the North kids or the more elite, the ones who go to the Model C schools. Abo Stogie T. SBA Exile.
Me from the V.
Understand? Abo Stogie T. Abo Bradley Williams. DJ Bionic. Abo Melanie Ramchi. Abo Maria McCloy.
What about Dalez?
This is before his time.
This is before his era.
This is before his time.
Ray, you keep missing it, dog.
You understand? So all of these people were now building up this South African hip-hop, right? Which was very influenced by American hip-hop, but it was something that was building up, right? And they established it. And those are the people that are at the top of industries right now. They're the big influences. And that's why even to this day, hip-hop artists are getting more brand deals than the Amapiano artists. Because the Amapiano artists never had the stage where the people could start at grassroots level, become executives at these top companies. You know what I mean? I mean, like, look at, what's this thing? Castle Light.
Would you say
Castle Light, their
Slikour
brand manager, I think it was is it Rowena Willis, right? Rowena, yeah? Yeah.
What was she before?
She's a hip-hop person. That's why Castle Light was sponsoring hip-hop events.
I give Amapiano a decade.
Or allow people up there to start fucking with it and start supporting it and championing it.
But then they also act like they don't need them. The Amapiano artists.
It's not that they act like they don't need them. They don't know them. They don't know the game. All they know is that they put their songs on the internet and they became famous.
They're not on the ground.
They never had to take a demo to a record label and then understand the record label and they've never done that. So they weren't brought into the game by the record labels. The record labels have always been the gatekeepers. You go to a record label, the record label puts you into the game, you become famous.
Not only the record labels too, like the media.
The record labels have always been the gatekeepers. The record labels
pay off media.
The record labels, payola. The media goes, drinks, parties, everything. Don't worry. The record labels, they're good with the media. The media is on their payroll.
You're on the payroll.
On the entertainment. You're on the entertainment. So how do you get entertained?
both, yeah.
When you go open bar,
not
you
me,
enjoy.
dog.
You guys
Me, I'm
get
not part
free
of
drinks
PAYOLA,
everywhere
guys.
you go. You're all part of PAYOLA, your media. So
But it doesn't influence our perspective on the
Dude,
Of
we
course
go
it does.
to an event
Of
and
course
then
it
later
does.
on we tell them, that was trash,
of
bro.
course it does. Of course it does. Of course it does. Of course it does.
Went to a
But
party
I'm
and
not gonna
didn't
lie,
like
ne,
it.
once you hear like an album before when it's good.
Yeah, you feel
vibes,
special.
No, you feel like it's a decent album until you give it some time and you're like, nah, not
No,
really.
it's the
If I
feeling of
listen-
special, and then you
Yes,
feel
feel
gratitude.
special.
The
That you
gratitude
heard it before anybody
yeah, So now
else.
you have to say your most nicest thing because they did do this for you. You know, you know.
That's
they
the
mean-
thing, and that's how it works. So the record labels have got that. So they've always had that. But us as black kids, when our dad was not the MD at some record labels, we've never had that. So Abo Zayn and all of them, the Mautas, Ikhruitman Lamlel. But I'm just saying so that you know why the Z in Jazmee is there. So they never had that. They were coming straight from the streets to make their dreams come true, to take their parents and their families out of the poverty that they're confronted with every day in the hood where they come from in Middle and Soweto. You understand what I'm saying? So today, however many years later, I see a killer cow, Mpura, and I still wanted to,
R.I.P.
I still wanted to correct that whole entire thing that they say Euphonik is the reason. No, Euphonik didn't discover Killer Cow. Killer Cow was trending on Twitter.
Yeah, he just jumped on it. I remember.
And he was
2017,
trending because he was rapping on a Destruction Boys beat. And then Euphonik took him and then put him on a Begs and Terrace beat. And then the song was pop.
Yeah.
People are complaining about the beat.
He just jumped
And
into
then
a wave.
Maphorisa had to go and take it and then remix it and fix it. And then put it on Gqom Wave.
Apor.
Because Pori is that guy.
You understand what I'm saying? But let's stop giving Euphonik credit he doesn't deserve. You understand?
Okay, but then...
So, but he did have an influence in changing the boy's career, the boy's life.
Twitter had an
it got
influence.
more
He
hype.
found him
It
on
got-
Twitter. No,
it got more hype on Twitter.
he brought it down. You understand? All he had to do was make a good song, dog.
I mean, people know-
Hold on, wait.
It boosted Killer
They
Cow's
were on the
confidence.
Destruction Boys beat. Wait, it wasn't. He took advantage. He was using them. He didn't have a hit. He didn't have any hype at that point in time.
It was an introduction to
No,
the
hold on.
industry.
Wait. No one said, I first heard of Euphonik when he found Killer Cow. No one said that. So he didn't grow in any way, right? He didn't grow in any way, right? So what was his benefit from that? To be looked at as the guy who's helping out the youngins. So he benefited. But did he help out the youngins? He brought them to this platform. He made sure that they got into studio and everything else. It's something that cost maybe 2,000 rands. You know?
Yeah.
He took 2,000 rands worth of effort and made it seem like it's $1 million rand. Ekbeni, a guy like Killer Cow. Now, I would have never worked with Killer Cow because obviously the artist I'm working with at that same time has got like a similar sound profile in terms of a voice thing. So, my thing is like...
They'll call your deep voice records.
Now, I would have killed his career. I'm just saying, if we were competing, I would have killed his career. I would have had to kill his career. I would have had to make sure that he's out of the way. That's just how it works. You know
So
what I mean? In the
that
business.
Kwesta
It's just like
can grow.
It's just like Georgia Smith, Summer Walker, all of these people, Ella Mai, you name them. All of them are tone vocalists. Not Snow Lego. All of them are tone vocalists, right?
Damn.
If Rihanna was still releasing music, would any of these people be hot?
Not really.
Exactly. So
Yeah, we as humans, we have one vision in terms of what we focus
because
on.
Rihanna is not releasing music, we're going to listen to a Georgia Smith and be like, hey, damn. We're going to listen to a Thames on a Wizkid hook and be like, oh, damn. Hey, we like her tone.
She's on Certified Lover Boy.
Yes.
That's a vital
Yeah, no, Thames is the next big thing from the Afrobeats movement. So, there's that. So all I was saying is that in the beginning, when we watched this whole entire thing develop, a lot of the OGs did not get what was due to them. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we record.
Yeah. So a lot of the OGs didn't get what it was due to them. So instead of them working to get what is due to them by fighting the people that they were signed to, the companies,
Top, yeah.
they want to take it from the bottom.
Like a crabs in a bucket mentality.
If Scoop is still on TV, how are we going to put Uncle Vinny on TV?
Scoop needs to have elevated.
Scoop is
I can argue.
Scoop is 39 years old. Uncle Vinny is 19.
But I can also argue the fact that you can't
a
say
20-year
you
gap.
can't say because Scoop is leaving, Uncle Vinny is gonna
No,
be a
not
success.
Scoop is leaving. No, Scoop needs to get a successor. Forget success. Uncle Vinny, I'm just using a placeholder.
Okay.
I'm using like he's the new young fresh kid that's a presenter, né?
Yeah.
That's hype, right? So you need to open up that room. Scoop needs to say, yo, I'm on another level. Imagine if I was out there in studio with kids trying to rap and everything else.
Yeah, no, that's sad.
It's not the level. I need to come up. So because I was in the north, né?
Sorry.
Cats were in the hood in K1. I had two choices. It's either I go in the north and I continue with what I'm doing with the guys that are here. About the LES, who I launched his first album. I did the album launch at Black Orchard after I did 50 Cent and Akon concert after parties there. It was a
Major
no-brainer.
key
Prince has told me the same story.
Major
too,
key
'cause
alert.
Prince used to tell us like, yo, I got Dales, the brand new DC.
I used to do the all-white
I
parties.
did the all-white
Wait.
parties.
The all-white parties. I'm talking about his first album launch in 2008 on the 20th of June.
But
I
what-
organized that thing. I printed the fucking posters for that thing.
But
I
where were you
marketed that
working,
thing.
though?
Prince was there.
But where were you working?
I was in high school.
But weren't you working at thingy?
I was in
at
high school.
Motherland.
No, I interned. That was part of me interning.
But then that was your job.
No,
wasn't-
I came there. I said, yo, I'm going to sit here. You know, didn't in grade 11 you do a job shadowing
Not really. Nowadays, they don't allow
when I was
you,
in grade 11 in LO,
Or
in life orientation, we
Pretoria.
had a job shadowing exercise. I went
Kids go
to
missing.
Bada Bing for my job shadowing exercise the first time, right? The next time, after I did the Bada Bing thing and I showed them social media and everything, and they said, no, come through once a week, you know what I mean? Clean, we'll buy you Nando's for lunch. You do the social media stuff clean. Once I was done doing that, I said, I want to learn more from another label. I went to Motherland. And this time I didn't have a school project. I just said, yo, I want a job shadow. I'm coming here. I want a job shadow. I went to Lance Stir and I sat right next to his desk.
So you're saying that...
So did they give you the assignment to do that?
Yes. I was given an assignment to... No, hold on. Wait. I was given I'm already a promoter. I've already done the 50 Cent concert after party. I'm saying I can throw a party for you, Lance.
Was that like the story where it's like, listen, I did it for 50 Cent, so basically I can do it for anybody.
Dog, if I can do it for 50
50 Cent is the main one.
What happened is this, is that at that party, it was a mess. It was the 50 Cent concert
It was
after
a
party.
mess.
Dog, I had to let Thibaut touch in and everything else. And then
Yeah, because even Thibaut Touch talks about that story too.
Yeah, he likes to talk about it.
then because he screwed us out of the Akon after party.
Oh.
He screwed me over. Yeah. But it's fine. He's an OG. I was still in high school. He had to take advantage of the youngin, and I learned not to let it happen to me again.
Is that how it works?
That's how it worked. I was in
game is
high school.
cold.
Dog, what he did is that he
got schooled
We had
when
a
you're in
deal.
high school.
He had a whole entire thing, a convict
Music.
convict music, what's this? Letterhead and everything else. We got the official hosting rights. We take it to the club. We book the club, everything else, clean, set. Dog, a day before the party, he goes and takes a deal from another venue. The venue was saying, we're going to give you Gqom.
Damn.
Damn.
Some
And-
small venue. I think it was either Tokyo Sky or whatever.
Where was this?
Tokyo Star in Four Ways as well. Up the road, but further out. It's a smaller venue and everything else. And then he ended up having to do it at Roxy's because the people didn't pay in time.
Yo, you did
I
at
don't know what. It was a
Roxy's?
miss. It was a miss. Just know it was a miss. Just know it
are
didn't
you-
work
are
out.
you saying
But our
that-
party worked out. Why? Because I called Chris Nkosi last minute. I say, Chris, I've got a party that I need to host tomorrow. I need to print flyers. I need to do everything. Said, okay, fine. In 6 hours, I had 3,000 flyers. Made in 6 hours. Do you ever get that? I think you have to wait 72 hours or something to get. In 6 hours I had them. Chris and Kos. So
But Tony, what I'm saying is, are you saying
The
that
mayor.
like,
We now post our flyers.
The Amapiano
Yeah.
kids need a
we used to hand them out.
the Amapiano kids need a connection between the
Corporate-
kids the
corporate-
kids that can go into corporate as like who are parents as managers or MDs.
No.
Just the corporate
then-
South
No,
Africa.
they need the elite kids, not the.
That's what I'm saying. Those kids-
So
Kids boys.
So let me explain the story. So what the old Grootmans didn't do is because they came from the hood, they had very little opportunities. Crabs in the bucket, they pulled each other down, whatever they took from the youngins. Né? Is taking your kids' savings so that you can live nice because you didn't have a pension for yourself. So
That's messed up.
that's what it was. That's actually what it is. You know what I mean? Don't worry. Hopefully you'll never have to experience something like that where your savings have to help your parents live beyond their working years. You know what I mean?
Nah, not my parents.
No, I'm just saying a lot of kids have to do that. You've heard of black tax. So that's what it is. That's what black tax is.
I
It's like
stay
when your
very
parents
far
can't
away.
afford pension and now you have to take care of them because now you're the one working. That's what black tax is. So it's when they don't save for their pension. Because if they saved for their pension and everything else, they can take care of themselves now. You take care of yourself.
Yeah, you
And-
just
and
have
your
to, you
kids.
just have to leave them alone.
You have to take care of your kids.
Yeah.
You understand?
And they are just traveling the world.
And they can babysit your kids. Yeah, exactly. That's how it's supposed to be.
Money.
You understand? That's how it's supposed to be. So, with me, I had a dilemma because I was taken from a privileged private school, and I told you that my parents ended up bankrupt and everything else. You know, I had to work for myself. That's why I was working so hard in high school. I was 18 and everything else. I was living in the north and everything else, but all the money I have is money I'm making myself. You know, my inheritance, which was supposed to be some properties that were in Lenasia, I watched them getting demolished on the news. You know what I mean? My dad is having beef with Nomvula Mokonyane and everything else, you know. And it's real ugly.
Yeah.
And while sitting there, Lance kept telling me that he hated the fact that Elias and them were doing this American shit. He always told me that, like, you know, like he doesn't understand it, but, you know, fuck it, let them do what they do. If it works, it works. So the reason why, when you say he gave me that assignment, yes, but it wasn't an assignment, it was a job. I was promoting the party and everything else. He could give me the right to host the album launch for his artists, yes. So yes, that in terms of that assignment, but I still had to host the party, the event, and I'm talking about the event here.
I just feel like
He's
there's no way you can stop
American.
Dallas from being an American wannabe.
Well, he's not
really
American.
American.
No, he's American. He's not a wannabe.
No.
He's American.
Don't tell me about those guys which were born in America for
That's
3
Major-
days
Major
and then
League
come.
Two.
Major League Two.
No. They weren't. No, Tseho, I don't know. But
No, Tseho was
Tsugo
even
says he was
longer.
born in Atlanta, yeah.
Dog, Tseho was longer. He stayed
Dog,
some years there.
Elias came back after democracy when people were coming
How
back.
old was he?
How old was he though?
He's born in 1980. He's an 83 or 85.
Oh, she was already a teenager.
He's an 85. He's 1 year younger than my sister.
So he was a teenager when he came here.
He was a kid. He's
Okay,
a
but
young kid.
I
He was
just feel
just
like-
he was a young adolescent.
But my preteen, so.
But either way,
there's no way you
remember
can,
the
there's no
accent
way
till
you
now.
can sway him from trying
But
to.
hold on, what about British people who grew up in Britain when they were kids and then they go to England and they still have British accents?
It's like Faith Nketsi coming with a UK accent because she was there also.
No, obviously, no, obviously. You know why? Because sometimes when you're overseas, they can't hear you when you speak in a South African accent.
I
And then you end
understand.
up adopting,
I understand.
trying to speak like them and then
But now
coming
when you
back
come
on-
here, when you come back here,
So-
you push it till 20 years later, you're still pushing that accent.
So now we're in Free South
Joe is
Africa.
on radio
What are we
sounding
trying to
like-
create? Are we trying to create American wannabes, or are we trying to tell these kids that are in the townships that have been kept away from all the opportunities that they are just as great and just as deserving of a place in the spotlight as anybody else? So that's why I will go take my resources that my family gives me, go to Katlehong.
So
And-
Kwesta was like your project just to show that you guys can make it out of here too.
To prove it, not to show it.
Okay.
So it was proven. And it wasn't to prove that you can make it out. That's already been proven. You know, the Oskitos of this world had done that.
Yeah.
I wanted to prove that your hip-hop artist can be the number one biggest artist in the country, best-selling artist in the country. You understand? And I did that. So, you know, I had that dilemma. And I just feel like the OGs have not lived up to like the challenges that they had, which is like creating a better industry
For the upcoming
ones, because we're all hearing the same stories, the same complaints, and the Amapiano generation is going to go through the same things and everything else, you know. But the difference between them is that they've actually got a sound that is jumping out of the pot. They're not gonna burn.
Sure.
You understand? They're out there and they're growing, and this is what killed all the other
but
movements.
are they
Even
gonna
Kwaito, the way we know it, what killed it is that it reached a certain ceiling. Once it got to a certain ceiling, it takes you 10 years to become AKA, and it takes me one song on SoundCloud, and then all of a sudden I blow up, and then next thing I've got a feature with Casper and Davido, and now I'm Nasty C and I'm right here. I'm even big enough to tell you I don't want to be on the song. In fact, that bang out video, I don't want to shoot it. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
In 1 year,
In
all
1
of a sudden
year.
you're telling about AKA and about KO which are less. You understand
That
what I'm
time
saying?
they've been here grinding for 8 years.
It took them to get to that point. And that's what happens when there's a ceiling. Is that the guy who takes long to grind, he hits that ceiling, and then the next guys just hit that ceiling like this, and then all of a sudden, the guys on the streets is like, oh, this is easy, man.
Yeah, anybody can
Especially
do it. With the Mabala noise money coming in.
What? And
5
then,
million.
you understand?
Sure.
Whatever. He still has to pay them back.
Oh,
With record sales.
They're holding his.
With record sales.
Are they not holding
It's
his
called
name?
recouped. It's a recoup. You understand what I'm saying? They will own those albums. Well, they own those albums. They bought everything, even his mixtapes. They bought all his everything.
Even
his catalog.
Price City.
Everything. Everything. They own everything. Mabala owns everything.
Damn.
Everything. Price City up. Oh. You understand what I'm saying?
When you realize
you know Space Jam? Those aliens that are chained? Yeah, that's nasty see. So,
why do you have to put it like that, though?
because that's the truth.
Those aliens that are chained.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Because it is in an alien country.
Doggy land
and still
Space
changed.
Jam.
Space Jam, you know those aliens that
I
are chained. They
know
have to play
them,
basketball
yeah.
every day. Yeah, he has to rap every day. So,
Oh, that's sad, bro.
Yo.
you understand what I'm saying? And the thing is that when you get an
Shame,
advance in the recording company, you don't make a cent until you've paid back that advance.
How did Ricky get out of his Mabala noise?
He didn't take the advance. So he's like, ah, fuck it. You know
But
what?
it looked like Ricky's lifestyle went up after the whole Mabala
No,
noise.
you got that deal from
Fox.
Russian Bear.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then he put on that very expensive jacket.
And that's good.
And,
And
he
then now
said,
he's king of
Sijukotin.
Kotin.
King God.
Simple but effective.
Very simple. And then he said, you know what, Reggie? You know what? After those metros, after the metros where he won those awards,
And then he said,
and then he saw me and I said, nigga, don't you even say one word to me tonight. You know what your squad just did. You know what? They just swept all our awards, all that hard work. That's 400K. They just took 400K from us today. We just got swiped 400K. We're supposed to come back, best hip hop album of the year, whatever, all this best male, whatever. We're supposed to come back with those awards at the metros. We had
Reggie
Ngudu,
bought them all.
and he bought them all. I'm like, well, you minus us of 400,000, but you minus yourself of a whole lot more. So it's fine.
so I wanted to ask, do you think the Amapiano pros adopted the hip-hop culture just with a whole different sound?
Hip hop lifestyle is youth lifestyle. I already told you that. The global youth culture is hip hop culture. They couldn't. Amapiano
have done it
is a
without.
product of hip hop. Ihenesi is popular because of rap songs. Tupac,
Yeah.
Tears.
And then there's Puze songs now.
VSOP.
Not the normal one.
Yeah.
And not the normal one. You understand what I'm saying? So Tupac,
Even
Tears.
like the drip
everything,
and stuff.
everything,
The hip-hop
the
kid.
swag.
If you just took a picture of a Amapiano artist, you'd swear he's
He's a rapper. Yeah,
Exactly.
If you look at music,
No, but that's the thing. If you took a picture of any young person, a young Chinese kid, a young kid in Japan,
Yeah,
he looks like a rapper.
And those ones toga, those ones.
So that's the influence of hip hop culture. It's colonized the world. Everybody dresses like a rapper. Black, white, Indian, Chinese, you name them. We've colonized the world with our culture, our youth culture. And it's a black thing. We should be proud of that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So the only problem I have is that we've got so much culture to bring to the world, and yet we're acting like we're Americans, or we want to be acting like Americans, or we're acting like we want to be Americans, which is so whack because there's so much more that we could do. And these Amapiano kids have proved that. And the reason why I was backing Focalistic so much the whole entire time is like I wanted to show y'all that you guys are going to think I'm crazy right now, right? But number one, I'll tell you that Focalistic is going to be bigger than Casper. Is that true or false?
That's true.
Yeah, me, I can
mean,
believe
I
I
said,
can see that
I said
happening.
everything that you guys...
Happening. It's happened.
It's happened. Everything
It's
that you guys...
happened
What do you mean I can see it happening? This guy's a global... He's a
He's got
global
a
star.
continental hit, dog. He's got a hit. That's a hit. It was charting number one in
I won't
Nigeria.
argue that.
It
I
charted
won't
number one
argue that.
in Kenya, Tanzania, South Africa.
Yeah, you're right.
You understand what I'm
No
saying?
one argued that,
Yeah, no, yeah. It's not...
happened.
Dr. Beleza was only South Africa. I'm serious.
But I like the fact that it's Casper that's being compared to him other than anybody else. It's only
Yeah, well,
right.
I mean, you're a
It's only
fan.
right.
You're a fan. But the reason why it's Casper is because of the language. And the reason that's why I compared Casper to him. Because I wanted to say that Motswako is still alive.
Yeah.
HP didn't die and leave Motswako to perish. And he didn't leave it to Casper either.
Yeah.
Focalistic is going to carry the baton for Motswako. And he's doing that. And he's flying the flag. And another thing I told niggas, I said, the things that you guys think that Nessie is doing internationally, you're going to see...
Focalistic is the one that's doing them. Yeah.
And was I right or was I wrong?
No, but
You are
Focalistic
right.
is carrying Bacardi.
No. Forget Bacardi. Whatever. Forget Bacardi. Bacardi already fucked up the world in Mujava times. So when I'm talking about Focalistic, I'm saying, this nigga, I told you this nigga is going to make what Nessie is doing look like...
Look like nothing.
And then they come out in the States, they don't want Nessie, they're calling him a K word and everything else. And it's because it's like xenophobia in South Africa. He's just experiencing that. And that's all it is. That's all it is. We can't say that, no, because we've got that in our own country. And we need to fix that in our own country before we address it in the States, where we've never been.
I think that's why also it hurts so bad. You understand? Because we never thought we'd be on the receiving end of something like that.
But that's because we're copying their style. if Focalistic goes to the States, they're not going to do that to him. When I say, yo, what is that? Amapiano?
That's why you can see that Focalistic is doing it so well because he's staying true to himself. Though.
For me,
he's not trying to.
For me,
to be. He's like, I'm a Pitori kid.
Let me tell you something. For me, even like Ria, when I first heard Ria, right?
Ria.
Yeah, I was very impressed because it was the first time I'd met a kid his age that's not totally enthralled with trying to be the next Nasty C or being an American wannabe. And maybe it's because he doesn't have the American accent down. So he just gave up from jump.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, to be honest, it's usually after high school I realized that because I was also swamped into that American, I'm not gonna lie, dog. In high school,
everybody was.
Even me. To like Chief
Even
Keef,
me. We were on tippy toes. Even me. I understand. I can relate.
After you leave high school and you look at the adults. And
when you go to varsity and you see the Indian kids are sitting there, the black kids are sitting there, the white kids are sitting there, and when you go to the black kids, 90% babuye kas.
Exactly. Because I went to VUT, which is like our University of Technology.
I know. I've been mostly kids. It's a party capital of all.
It's mostly kids from the Kasi, dog. You like, listen, bro.
They pull through for parties
from everything.
If you wanna connect with like the regular South African, you have to sort of.
That's why I was taken to Raukol as my high school, which is a predominantly black school. After going to an elite private school. So the elite private school allowed me to have the freedom to learn how I wanted to learn and have the confidence. You understand? So that as a kid, it's fine. You put a billionaire here in front of us. Who's going to get the billion out of him? Between me and you.
Me. I trust myself.
Well, I need to answer this, my wife. Baby, we're still recording.
Yeah, we're almost done though.
I love you.
Cling.
Huh? Can you hear me? My signal's off.
You know the situation when you get home.
I'm married. It's not a girlfriend. That's true. It's different.
But that's so true, dog. Even if you look at like the South African,
she has my name.
The authentic South African brand.
It's not usually, like a space case. You put your name on it. This one is permanent.
Yeah, it came with the space case.
You don't even need to write it.
It was in the mold.
Embroidered.
Yeah. So
I'm saying that like the brands that happen to be successful in South Africa, they are truly authentic, dog. Not even just artists in terms of like if you look at Bathu, it's the biggest.
I forget that. No, don't mention that one.
No, it's like
don't mention that one.
If you
mention More Fire.
Why not?
Because More Fire is available in more retail outlets.
Bathu selling 10,000 pairs a month.
Say Bhutan.
They're selling 10,000 is a white kid from Cape Town, isn't it?
Bhutan is owned by LSJ. L is for Lebogang, aka Sugar Smacks. S is for Siyabonga, aka Slikour. J is for Julian, aka white kid from Cape Town.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Black owned.
But then what? Bathu.
Black owned. Wait.
Predominantly black owned.
Majority black owned.
Okay.
Those guys don't make clothes. They don't design clothes. The white kid makes clothes. Did the white kid make clothes? It's still owned by us.
I heard it's a play of word on Bantu, actually.
Bantu. Yeah, Bhutan. It's an anagram.
But what I'm saying is that that Bathu itself.
Don't talk about Bathu. Talk about Bhutan.
What did Theo do to you?
Theo
you share your surname
let me tell you why. I'll tell you why. Forget all of these guys. Drip, Bathu, all of these guys. They make their products overseas. And we're complaining today that youth unemployment is at an all-time high.
Are they not hiring people?
Where? At the 16 retail stores?
No, at the factories.
Bathu has 300
people. Where pick them up?
Which factories? Which factories? The warehouse where they store the things?
The warehouse
where they store the things they imported from China? Or the factories where they're being manufactured. Now, the jobs that are being created are the ones that are being created in the Chinese factories where these things are being manufactured. And we don't even know if jobs are being created there. We don't even know if they're making this shit using 3D printing or whatever. We don't know.
Dude, Bathu employs like 300 people.
It's too little.
And it's a new company.
It's too little. And the thing is this, they're putting all their money into retail for a small brand. Dog, how many batis do you see people wearing, dog? How many kids have you seen is saying, yo, I can't wait to get myself a new pair of Bathus? The only reason people buy Bathu is because there's an impression that we're supporting a black child. That's the only reason.
I've seen the hood.
I've seen people wear Bathu more than
dog, what are you wearing right now? What are you wearing right now?
Nike.
Okay. How many Nikes do you have compared to Bathus in your house?
0 Bathus.
I don't have a Bathu.
The Bathu market share in your closet is 0. When?
I don't have a Bathu.
When?
I don't have a Bathu.
I don't have a Bathu either.
But I have
My wife
shoes,
has got
but I
drip.
don't have a
Yeah,
Bathu.
Bathus.
My wife has got drip.
Bathus.
My wife has got drip because she won a SAMA. So part of the goodie bag
You give them a drip.
was to get drip. And obviously they watched my interview when I was on the Sobering podcast when I talked about making the Kwesta sneaker part of the goodie bag and giving all the winners and
So
participants.
you're not gonna wear drip.
They also heard that we sold 100,000 sneakers on that podcast.
So
right?
Casper came through.
So then Casper did, if we sell 100,000 sneakers at 1,000 rands each, how much is that? 100 million.
That's how they got
And how much were they making? They were making 12 rand per sneaker. And then 12 rand per
Don't you
sneaker.
think they're
Why?
gonna hit that number though? The Casper shoes.
Even if they sell 100,000 units, are they going to sell it out of 16 stores when we sold our 100,000 units out of 2,000?
And even, is that 100 million coming to
In
him
Southern
straight?
Africa. And those shoes that we were selling were made in Mauritius, in Africa,
Not in China.
with cotton that was made in Africa.
Can you prove that drip is made in China though? Or are you just assuming?
It's made in China.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
no.
I know it's made in China. You can
'Cause I
go,
don't know- I
you
don't
can
know,
go
I'm
to
just asking.
Alibaba right now and go to Alibaba right now and you'll see the
I
drip
saw those
designer sneakers.
pictures.
That's the same ones that they order.
Even Bathu.
That's the same ones that they order. Now,
Even
the thing is
better.
that they lie to a lot of companies because they say, no, 25% of the manufacturing has to be made in South Africa so that you can get money from the IDC, the Industrial Development Corporation or whatever, which gives grant funding and all this type of stuff. You know, you need to have a local component to it. It's a lie. The mesh in Bathu shoes is put together in Lesotho, in a Chinese-owned factory in Lesotho. That's not even South Africa.
But then it's still a business, Nota. Like Theo's doing
It's
well
a
for
brand.
himself.
It's
There's
a
no
brand.
need-
Hold on, it's a brand.
There's
All I'm
no
saying
need-
is this. It's a brand. You guys can make ESAM sneakers and promote them and market them. You can sell them at different retail stores. You guys can sell your Lokshin culture. I respect Lokshin culture.
R.I.P. to
Wandi, my OG, yes.
Yeah.
Lokshin culture. And that guy is the guy who gave me game. He's like, no, don't manufacture your own shit. No, you guys have got a famous brand. You think I make Lokshin culture? No, we don't make Lokshin culture.
who was making it?
They were making it overseas.
China.
I think so, China or whatever, right? They were making it overseas, and then they were
So clearly it's a model that works.
they hold on. They were making it overseas. No, I don't know if they were making it overseas. I don't know where they were making it. No, they weren't making it. They licensed their brand to a company who was going to make it. We licensed the Kwesta brand to Danji Karkin.
Yeah.
You know, DC shoe.
Yeah, the TC I covered.
Not DC, not that one, not the skater one.
Oh yeah.
Danji Karkin.
You know, those ones for skaters. This big.
Danji Karkin, right?
Yeah.
So we licensed the brand to them. They went and found whoever's going to manufacture and everything else, right? At every taxi rank, there's a taxi town outside or something. You know, there's everywhere.
Don't you think that Bathu
A much
after
bigger.
a
Hold on.
few
Now,
years,
now,
man,
wait.
They can
What
get
I'm
to a
saying
point
is
where they
they're not going to
manufacture
get to a point where they've
takes
got.
time,
They're not
bro.
going to get to a point where
In
they've
10
got
years'
as
time.
many retail stores as Techie Town.
Yeah. How many stores?
Techie Town sells how many sneakers? How many different brands of sneakers? They
Yo,
sell
yeah,
Pumas,
Bathu
Adidas,
sells- I
Nike,
can't
whatever. Bathu sells what?
Yeah,
Bathu.
it's-
Only.
No, but the Bathu design is much better than the drip.
Than the
I'd
drip
wear
design.
Bathu.
That's fine.
No,
But
the
over
drip
at
design is for me.
Don't compare it. Don't compare it to drip. Compare it to Nike, because that's who they're actually competing against.
But they're not a sportswear brand, no.
Is
What are
Nike
they,
a
streetwear?
sportswear brand, dog? Only sportswear.
No, but Nike's
Nike's-
developed into different avenues.
And
I
Nike
understand, but I'm talking about
Nike
sneakers.
started as
Sportswear.
sport.
It started as sneakers, dog. They started as itegi.
Nike.
yeah,
Didn't they start? Didn't
sportswear.
they?
It was
No,
They started
sportswear.
as a sneaker, though. As a
Sportswear.
sneaker. It was started
For
as
athletes.
it started. Phil Knight started as a sneaker shoe, and they made the waffles.
We're not talking about the.
I'm talking about Nike started as they started here. Before they went to
Yeah, but
Gauss's,
that was
Pence's,
sportswear.
track pants, all this type of shit. I understand. They started here on the foot. That's all I'm saying. It's footwear.
Sure.
Whether it doesn't flush him. You understand what I'm saying?
It's really
Bathu.
sure.
You understand? And an untrademarkable name like Bathu.
Mm.
Are we good?
We've
Yeah,
been good.
Yeah, an untrademarkable name like Bathu.
Yeah.
Untrademarkable. Because what? It means shoe.
So he can't trademark it.
You can't trademark the word for something. If I trademark cap, then what are you going to call what you're wearing on your head?
But then it's in Zulu, so
If I say ikepisi and I trademark that shit, what are you going to call what's on top of your head? It's Togo.
No cap.
So you understand? No cap. So you had this whole entire list of things that you wanted
for
to
me,
take
shout
me
out
through.
to Bathu and Drip because like at the end of the day, they sponsor this Drip sponsoring things. It sponsored Lockdown House Party. It's involved in the culture. It's like the companies are still needed, bro.
No,
like,
besides
regardless
it
of-
being involved in the culture,
He's
just
talking about. He's just also
themselves.
talking about
South Africa's unemployment,
The
youth
ecosystem,
unemployment,
the ecosystem.
women unemployment, dog. It's 50% of young women are unemployed.
You brought this.
They
bro.
want to show them the.
You understand what I'm saying? Women are unemployed.
Yeah.
Women are unemployed.
But he's employed.
No. Women are unemployed. He's a man. Women are unemployed. Now, think about all these deadbeat dads that we have running around. How many people are raised by single mothers?
With this morals looted also.
Everything. So the financialization of our economy, everything moves to Sandton. Johannesburg goes down, we move to Sandton, everybody gets these office jobs, whatever. Everyone needs to get these certain skills. You need to go to university, you need to get a learnership for finances, you work at ABSA and everything else. And then what happened? They computerize, digitize things, and then ABSA starts retrenching people. They start closing down bank branches. Standard Bank is closing this many branches, Nedbank is closing this many branches. Now all those jobs that were being created, all these learnerships, all those jobs are now gone. What are those kids going to do?
They're fucked.
You understand what I'm saying? And what are you doing to help? You are now saying, damn it, let me give China more jobs. Let me take more jobs to China.
But Nota, how was he gonna be able to do it?
And for me, it's like
In
the
SA,
cost.
What I'm saying
with
is
the, with the amount
I'm
of
sure
money.
it would cost more to do it in South
How did
Africa.
Kwesta do it?
But you are giving jobs in
Kwesta
Mauritius.
builds his brand. It's Africa.
Yeah, but we
It's
talk about
Africa.
we
But
just
hold
said
on,
Bathu, you said
wait.
South African unemployment rate. You
South
didn't say
African
Africa.
unemployment, right? But I'm talking about a store footprint of 2,000 stores.
And
How many
is
people
it
are
the same-
employed at those 2,000 stores? I'm not talking about 16 stores with 5 people in each of them.
Hmm.
Earning minimum wage, all of them anyway.
Is the quality the same?
Of what?
Of, let's say, something that's coming out of China and something that's going to be made here. It's probably
In
won't be
China,
the
you can
same.
get it in any quality you want. Depends how
Yeah,
much you're willing to
there
pay.
is like levels to
Depends
it.
how much you're willing to pay, dog. iPhones
So
are made
that-
in China.
Maybe that's why they prefer to go to China because the quality is there
It's not
at a
that.
reasonable
It's
price.
because the manufacturing is there, because the manufacturing has been killed in Africa. All our
China-
factories are
China.
turning into churches, and then you go there and suck the pastor's penis and then pray to Bushiri and then drink petrol and then
That's not a
eat
major
grass.
key alert, yo.
Get sprayed.
It
with
is a
doom.
major key. It's like, why are we turning our churches, our factories into churches?
How?
Is God gonna bring us jobs? No, he's not. Because those factories are supposed to be hiring people to manufacture things. But now we're no longer manufacturing those things. We're no longer working hard. We're looking to the sky for a miracle to rain down on us.
Coins.
You know?
yeah, the bros just want the coin.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
They want to share the.
They want to shire. They want to
what
get
you're
the
saying
coins.
is-
They're not trying to develop the economy. They're not trying to do good for the economy. All I'm saying is that you guys are making your own things. You guys are no different from Drip right now. You're just putting your logo on something that's made
No,
by
but this is
someone else.
made in Cape Town, though. It's
That's
made in
even
South
better.
Africa.
That's even better.
It is.
No, I'm better.
But can you see how proud you are? Because you know that motherfuckers in Cape Town have got jobs.
Even though it's white kids that are making this stuff.
It's not white kids.
And
It's
it's
white
apparel-
kids that are
No, the
owning
company-
the company that makes this shit, but it's black people that are making this
Have
shit.
you
I'll tell
ever
you
seen
that
a
much.
sweatshop with white kids?
Okay, the company though, like
It doesn't
That's
matter.
fine,
But
that's
either
fine.
way, they hire.
black kids, yeah.
Same thing as the company that makes Bonang's wine.
Yeah.
They hire.
Did you see what Ntiki said about
I know,
before-
but I'm just saying it's unnecessary. She's fighting the wrong people. She should be fighting Bathu. She should be fighting Drip. And it's just that she doesn't know the information. But that's the thing, is we need to share this information and we need to stop looking at Ntiki as this woman who hates everybody and everything else. And sometimes where we don't agree with her, let's give her,
Educate each other.
you understand?
Yeah.
Give each other other...
Not just dismiss her
Not just dismiss each other and everything else and be mad at each other and everything else. Not go on live and say, hey, fuck these podcasting niggas. And like, if 5 million
Focalistic.
died in.
Talk to Focalistic.
Like,
And like, if
Why
5
do- why
million died
You know,
in.
for the longest time, from episode 1, we're bigging him up, and then he just came out
why
of
do you
nowhere.
think he hates us? Because this
No.
guy, he told, we did an interview with
He doesn't
Jazmee.
hate you. He
No,
doesn't
listen,
hate you.
Listen, we
No,
did
he
an
doesn't
interview-
hate you. He doesn't
No, let me-
hate you.
let me
He
just say
doesn't
this.
hate you.
Why, he's
Maybe he's got
buying
a crush
favor.
on Bonang.
He's buying favor.
What if he's got a crush on Bonang? And
It's
when
out of
you
his
dissed
league.
Bonang, if I had a crush on Bonang, Bana, I wouldn't have
Yeah, I
gone
could
live.
see, I could see something.
I would have been here.
Yeah.
I would have made you Makwa.
No, but what I'm saying
I would
is
have
that
spilled your lean and everything down the drain.
he has a thing against podcasters and stuff.
No,
he
no,
has a thing against-
no.
McG.
No,
and
he
Saul.
doesn't at all.
He
No,
cancelled the
he doesn't
interview.
at all.
He cancelled the interview.
Every podcaster now needs to talk to him. Talk about him. Either way, he's doing big things. He's not even in the country to be around. He knows his plans. He knows his calendar. It's like, I don't even have time to be with these guys.
Sure.
Let me just do something.
He knows
Nyana,
they already booked
and
out.
now they have to talk about me. Why did he diss us? Why did he... Hey, Focalistic is doing nose. But why did he... Hey, man, you must come for an interview. Actually, you know, we must...
Yeah.
But you're always talking about him every single week.
Sure. He knew it. He knew it.
It's a game.
Sure.
It's a game.
It's an ecosystem that he's just, benefiting.
But where now you can talk about him and get views.
No, but he must come to this
and then
point.
when you get views, you get monetization and you get money, you don't pay him when.
No.
So hold on.
But he talked about
we're also keeping him relevant. We're also keeping him relevant.
Then use each other.
No,
and be
he's
fine.
keeping us.
He'll use you when he needs to use you. You use him when you need to use him.
We need him here. We don't need to use each other.
No,
We
he
need him to talk.
couldn't come here because he needed to
knows-
save his story for GQ. And now that he's done GQ's got the cover, his mother's proud.
Okay.
Alright, so yeah,
We're done.
Focalistic.
We're done with Foca.
Yeah, it's fine, Focalistic, sharp.
But you guys will talk about him, you'll support him. He's on the GQ cover now. You understand? He gave them the answers to the questions that you guys were supposed to be asking him. Now you guys can read these questions, read the answers, and then say, hold on, when you said this in your GQ interview, what do you mean? You understand? There'll still be content. Don't worry, you guys will cover Focalistic. It's still early days.
Yeah.
It's still early days. You haven't even reached 50,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I feel like we're not there to speak to Focalistic yet. He wants us to put in more work.
But he threw strays at you guys, right?
Yeah.
But aren't you guys proud?
Proud of what?
Proud of what?
The fact that he spoke, dog.
He was talking smack, though.
So
he was
it doesn't
talking
matter.
smack.
It doesn't
Don't look
matter.
at the shop and say,
It
yo,
doesn't
Focalistic
matter.
talked about me.
Hey, he calls himself the authority. If you're talking about me, dog, you're making me famous.
Aye.
If the most famous DJ in South Africa is going to slap his thigh and say your name and whatever, people are going to, whether he says you're whack or whatever, people are going to take notice of you. People are going to know that motherfucker knows you.
I didn't do nothing for me, though.
Fuck, it did.
What did he do?
How? Because he focused the entire energy on you guys. And then it became about your podcast and everything that you guys did. The story, he brought the story back. The story that made you famous, he brought it back to relevance. And he scored some brownie points.
Everything is...
Which brownie points?
He scored brownie points.
Which brownie points?
He scored brownie points. Wherever he scored brownie points, he scored brownie points. You understand? When he'll go collect them in New York.
They're going to meet each other that side.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
You understand?
So that's been the pod.
No, it hasn't.
It hasn't.
Yeah.
You wanted to ask me
what else
questions.
is
Yeah. First of all, what happened to that Tory Lanez song of Kwesta? The one.
Oh yeah, I even forgot about that. Fargo.
The whole entire, let me tell you, Lou.
And who's Lou Africa?
He's the last missed call I got 5 minutes ago.
I clearly knew I was gonna ask you.
Huh?
What
You
happened?
could feel it.
Yeah, I know.
So,
Is he like a fan
he's the
of...
guy that plugged everything.
With Rick Ross and Wale and stuff.
Everything. He's our plug. Dog, this guy is a stage manager at Rolling Loud.
Damn, you looked at about
Yeah.
Tariq.
Dog, go to Lou Africa.
I've seen him post with Jaden. I've seen him
Go
post
to
with...
Lou Africa's Instagram page.
Please put it on the mic if you...
Go to Lou Africa. So, yo,
Yeah, let me ask him the questions.
there's someone wants to know something, yeah.
Yeah, it's Black Steph from Everything SA Music with Rhea and NK. You good?
Ask him, chief.
Yeah, my G. I wanted to know what happened to that Tory Lanez song with Kwesta.
Are you the guy that posted it?
No, not me. But we have a big following, so they want to know.
Who posted it?
Who
No.
posted it? Is it posted? Who posted
Mzansi
it?
A-listers. That's Mzansi A-listers.
Yeah, who owns them?
No.
Who owns them?
It's somebody else.
Hold on.
Nota, let me talk to you, dog. I don't like talking to niggas.
Okay, sorry. What happened? Hold on. But what's happening? Tell me. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Someone posted the song?
Because I'm trying to talk to you.
Okay, sure. I'll call you. I'll call you when I'm done. I'll call you back. Sharp. But anyway,
Hey.
So how did you plug with this guy? How do you know him?
we're from the north. We used to throw parties as kids.
Oh,
He used
he's
to
a
throw
South
parties at
African
Catwalk.
kid.
Lou.
Oh.
No, Lou.
So then he moved that side.
No, he kept going that side, making connections. It took him like 12 years to get all those connections, dog. And then it became a point of like, oh, we want Rick Ross on a song. And then he'll call Rick Ross. He'll say, Ian, this is how much I charge for a
But you
feature.
can hear he's arrogant.
But
Bro.
Lou,
Yes,
I don't
yes.
like
Nah,
talking
he's
to niggas
angry.
I don't know.
apparently they've leaked. The song that you're asking about, apparently it's been leaked.
Evan.
Oh.
You understand? That's why he's angry.
That's why he's like, are you the nigga that posted it?
Yeah, I'm so
Nzansi
searching.
A-list.
I know.
That bro was gonna punch you through the phone. dog.
Punch you through the phone.
No.
That's a Big Sean thing. He did it
No,
first.
relax. He's calling me. Why would he punch him through my phone?
He
No,
was quite
relax.
Are you
That's
the
not the
one?
point. He's angry.
Are you
But
the
at the end of
one?
the day, we got him to hook up these guys. He paid Tory Lanez for the feature and everything else. But, we didn't end up getting to complete the deal. And then there was a fallout in the company. Whatever happened, he had a fallout with the guys. He was owed money or something. I don't know what happened with the money because I wasn't involved in the money things, that came to those things.
Right.
So, whatever their fallout was, that's what cost them. Baby, I'll be done in 30 minutes, ne? I love you. It's after curfew, ne? Oh, yes. Okay, yes. Okay. I had no idea that there was curfew. Yes, sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'll be safe.
Distribute the permits.
Yeah, we've got the permits. We've got a permit. Yeah, it's a permit.
Yeah.
And
So
then
Trill
what's the
also had a
next question?
permit. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
wait,
so True
now.
had a permit, but they
It's
took
like
a
they
towel.
did 10 God.
But why does he have 10K in cash?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, you
Bookings.
can't do that.
Aye, dog. You need
It's
to put in
the
the
hip hop.
can't,
It's the
you
rap
can't.
lifestyle in Amapiano.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. It's
Lifestyle.
not, dog. We never. We
Gotta
should
keep a
deposit the money
stack.
same time because you leave the gig after you just collected the cash. Around the corner, there's someone. This is South
gun.
Africa.
Yeah.
Hey, South Africa. Yeah, you're playing. So yeah, that's what happened to that song. I don't even know what happened to that song. But yeah, I mean, the song was recorded, it was done. So the dudes had a fallout, and it's sad because, I brought Lou into the relationship and then, the dudes, I don't know what they were trying to, they were, what was happening is that for years they were trying to cut me out.
Mm.
And it's just that they couldn't because I was
Why though?
too in. How? Because obviously, dog, if you're going to make millions, we're now on the way to making millions. You want as little of us as possible to make it to the millions. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to do. And now I said, nah, no ways.
I'm here.
I'm here. I worked for this shit.
And I'm
Even if you steal my millions, you'll spend them while I'm watching. You'll finish them. You'll not leave with my money while I'm still alive. No ways. And clean. Finished. And when they were finished, I said, okay, sharp. What do you need? Shut up. Next question.
Yeah, okay. What happened to Big Xhosa, dog? You predicted he was going to be big.
He is big.
Yeah, I know the persona. People love his
at the
persona
end-
more than his rapping
At the
career.
end of the day, the vaccine is doing its thing.
No lie.
People like...
I like
It's
the
doing the
song.
numbers, dog. It's
people
trending.
People like Big
Okay, hold
Xhosa
on,
more
hold
than
on.
SOS.
Tell me which rapper is trending higher on YouTube right now?
Blackie.
Right now. Right now.
He's trending higher than Big Xhosa.
Right now. Today. Oh, Big Xhosa
Yeah,
is number
40.
13.
40 Blackie should be trending because of that snippet that he just keep on.
No, it's not
Mbali.
trending. It's not
Mbali.
trending on YouTube. It's not trending on YouTube. It's not on the
Mbali.
trending
Who's
list.
making more money though? Who's taking more serious as an artist? Who's
Look,
the one
Blackie, dog has got an album out. Let's not even forget. Blackie has got features with some of the biggest rappers in the country. He's the hottest thing. This guy just came up off the internet. Nobody knew him. He had no connections, no cosign, but now everybody knows him. You understand? He's where Blackie was last year, this time.
But don't you think this persona is going to
No,
kill
in
his
fact, he's
career?
even way further.
Big
No.
Xhosa is going to kill SOS.
No, look, that's an opinion. That's an opinion. And for me, it's like, at the end of the day, I see what SOS is doing. And if he drops decent enough music, good enough music, he can develop a career and keep building. Because the best thing about a music career is that as long as you improve a little bit with each project, you'll get more and more fans.
Will Big Xhosa save?
As soon as you start declining, that's when you start losing fans.
Will he save SA hip hop?
I know.
Look, what I'm saying is this. Amapiano has swallowed SA hip hop whole.
Yeah, because they're doing what they were dreaming about.
And hip hop is now going to come out in the form of Amapiano babies.
So he needs to make an Amapiano.
No, I'm just saying. What I'm saying is that what we did, with the whole entire
I'm a hip hop.
just that whole entire rap life era,
Yeah.
right, was basically to say, hey, this Kwaito sound is here to stay. And yeah, people gave credit to Skanda, right? Because Skanda made it popular, made it more popular. Karakara was bigger than Tulu Chive.
Yeah, it was.
But at the end of the day, Kid X was with us, Zinga and everybody Zagwe, whatever, recording in K1 with Kwaito influenced hip hop, which we learned from Pro Kid, who is the guy who invented the word skanda, right? Or put it in rap. Huh?
He made it a pronoun.
Shai
That's
skanda sama kama
Ricky
veleni
said.
or something like that. I don't know.
Ricky said he made
The
it.
Pro Kid is the one.
Continue a pronoun.
You know, all those things. Whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You know, you took that from Pro Kid because we learned that, listen, this guy has proven that a guy from the Kasi can be regarded as the hottest lyricist in the country. At first, before Pro Kid, anyone who rapped in English was automatically a better rapper. And anyone who rapped in vernac automatically defaulted to Kwaito because hip-hop wasn't making money.
And Pro Kid came through
Came
first with
in and proved that you can do it in vernac and do it better than these guys who do it in English. You know what I mean?
He started off as a English rapper, you know?
Yeah. But when he did it in vernac, it was like, And then other rappers started doing that, and that's where it came in. And then obviously the Skanda movement happened, but the problem with the Skanda movement is that it was more of a KO movement. And people always say, no, but KO No, it was all about KO at the end of the day. It was all about serving KO because when KO released, right, no one else could release an album until KO released his album.
Yeah.
And
That's
from
true.
Karakara to Skanda Republic is like a 7-8 month gap. It's too long of an album, 3/4 pace.
That was messed
And then
up.
when it
Yo,
was dropped on Data File Host, it got 500,000 downloads
That
in a week.
project.
You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, niggas still have the nerve to disrespect Kid X and not see that, damn, that's the only nigga that can rap better than Pro Kid.
I actually wanted to ask, like, since Steph was asking
You
questions.
can listen to 3/4 pace, you can listen to all his songs. The only nigga to wax KO on a song is Kid X, and he does it every time.
So why did Kid
effortlessly
X's career not
On
take
Karakara.
off?
Well, I mean, because it was sabotaged twice. First by KO. So we went through it. What happened to that Lou song?
Yeah, you spoke about it.
Mhm.
This is just music that I was going to talk
Lawsuits,
about.
we spoke about. Big Kosa, we spoke about. SA Hip Hop, Is It Dead? We've spoken about.
Amapiano
Amapiano going over, we
over.
spoke about. Donda, we spoke about.
Yeah.
Donda.
Yeah, we did.
STC and,
Yeah.
and AKA saying that they got jacked
What?
in terms of Kanye. Kanye is jacking.
Who said that? Did they say that?
Most recently,
Did
yeah.
they say it?
No, not them. Of course they didn't.
People
say
are saying that. And are we recording?
They would
Yeah, well,
never
I mean,
say that.
songs are similar. Songs are similar and people have similar things. You know, but
Yeah.
anyone's going to make a punchline about Lionel Messi. He's the greatest footballer of all time.
Yeah.
You know, come on. Anyone's going to make a punchline about Ronaldo.
about God.
It's not the same.
It was
about
the same
God.
wording.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't the same wording. If
That-
you look at no, it's not. It's not the same wording. I looked at those lyrics. It's not the same wording. I looked at the lyrics from the Nasty song. It's not the same wording. It's similar, but no, it's not the same wording.
I doubt that Kanye West knows who Nasty C is.
I are playing games. You
I doubt
Nyata
it.
South
Well,
Africans.
No, not that I'm just
I
not
know.
realistic.
Well,
It's like,
look, he might be actually. Kanye West is one of those people who knows what's
Yeah.
happening in the business, but it's not. He doesn't see him as someone who's valuable. Otherwise, he would have put him on Donda. So
Soldier Boy, they took him off. He's mad.
Chris
Brown.
Brown as well, you know, and they
Yeah.
kept the baby. What about
No,
Zondo
but the
Abantu's
baby
video?
verse was really good.
I was just going to ask you your opinions.
She likes it.
You know, yeah, she does. She's-
Fana Soti, Nimfana, we're in a country where women are getting raped, killed, and
And
all
then
that
that's-
type. And then there are some women who like that type of shit. And, you know, you just need to look away. You just need to look away
That
and
time she's
focus.
busy telling people who she's
You must just
smashing.
look
bro.
away.
Dog, Lasizwe and his show, man, that show needs to stop with that shit, dog. Because they've created this culture of like people talking about who they've smashed. No, dog.
Did you see the numbers though? That Zota one got 1
I
million
know,
views.
but
though.
Dog, within
I know
like
the
what?
numbers. I know.
Within like 2
million
weeks
views.
now.
But he's got 600,000 subscribers, so
Nah, but
you
still,
know more than half of
1
those.
million views.
Yeah, 1 million views. Yeah, but either way, why you have to out who you slept with, guys? That's wrong, guys. No, we can't have that culture, dog. We can't have that culture.
You need to get consent
No,
from the
no,
other
no,
person.
yeah,
Konje-
yeah,
konje
like-
teni?
Yeah, you need to get consent.
No, man.
Like if Nota says, tell anyone, then you tell anyone.
Then you tell. But no.
But if you didn't say it,
dog. No, dog. Like, yo,
No, you're sitting here busy talking about music. Your girlfriend
Dog.
telling other people on
Next
another
thing.
podcast.
you know, imagine now you're on a podcast, someone is in the YouTube comments, yeah, smash this nigga. You couldn't last 5 minutes. All that type of shit. Nigga got a small dick. Oh, all this tight shit. No, man. Like, nah. You see, and women can do that because, you know, they're vindictive. Like, guys, let's not out.
Who you
Any
smash.
girl that you've smashed, dog, I don't care if you smashed
Take
that,
it to the grave.
dog, take it to the grave, dog. Take it to
It's
the
not
grave.
worth it, bro. You just
Because
look like
if
a
we take
loser,
out
bro.
all your smashes,
Now we have to go from the law that comes, you know. The
the
tough
ones
times,
that are
the
gonna
winter.
trend are not the ones you like.
The winter storm.
The ones that are gonna trend. So
But guys
that
be
whole entire
smashing
thing.
anything.
Guys will smash anything.
Guys will smash whatever.
Guys will
has
smash
legs
anything, and that's the thing. It's a distraction. So you need to get yourself to a point where you're not just smashing anything. You're not distracted by anything. You're moving because business is business, dog. You guys will get married in your 30s when you're older. You guys
like
don't have
50s,
enough money
50s.
because girls today need money, serious money. When I was dating in my age group back in the days, 10, 20 years ago.
Yeah, you spoke about that model, which
14 years.
30.
14 years.
Yeah.
The model.
One that hooked up with the politician.
Half time
How
never
many
last.
politicians?
Oh,
You know, so that's what's happening to you guys.
Yeah, no,
Right?
our
But
girls our age, they
for you
love
guys,
money.
it's standard. For me, it was new that the politicians are now coming in and entering
I
with
know.
the
Now it's
quizzes.
not a politician, now
But
it's
then
artist,
for
now
us
it's
No,
one.
not that the artists. The artists
For
don't
us,
have enough money.
For us,
No,
it's
The artists are chowing because of the fame. No, that's a different thing. If
Yeah.
chowing because you're the hottest nigga in town, that's one thing,
but
dog.
to keep them,
You understand?
you can't keep the girls.
No, but you don't need to keep them because every city you go to, there's
Ray, you wanna keep them?
lots of them.
I'm
dog.
just saying that like
There's lots of them.
all
dog.
of these girls, bro. It's like
There's
we know
polygamy.
we know that they
Polygamy,
love
though.
they want people with money, so you might as well just pass by them. Like if you get the chance,
Nah,
you
but
take
when
it,
at least
but
now
then you
you're
don't, like-
popular, people know you. You don't need money. At least
Nah, but then like I
they
don't.
get something out of
But
it.
you can't
I've
pass
always
all of
been,
them,
dog.
dog.
I've always been, even before this pod
Nah, nah,
started.
nah, nah,
before,
nah.
It was tough.
like I'm
It was
telling you,
tough.
no, it was even better, bro.
Dog,
I'm telling you.
No, I hear what you're saying. Wait. I hear what you're saying. Dog, I was in Langaban
Yeah.
at the garage. Someone came, pulled me out of the car to take pictures. That's deep Western Cape shit. Once you're famous on the internet, dog, it's a whole different level. I used to travel this whole country. Nobody who know who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows who the fuck I am. You understand?
Sure.
I was on the front page of the fucking Daily Sun.
I remember that.
Black coffee
I have that
versus
in my
Nota.
booth, actually. I
It
was
was
on-
on the street balls, everything.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Once you're on the cover of Daily Sun, once you're
But I'm not gonna.
in the
I was
papers and
having more
everything else.
fun with women when like nobody like when I.
Because
when I
now
was just
your guard
chilling,
is
bro.
down. Your guard was
No, 'cause
down
now
10.
you're a target. Now they're coming to
Your
you.
guard must be
and
up now.
when they come to you, you must know that they've
You
got
Saba.
whatever they've got. They've got that thing that they put on their...
Yeah, you saw that, dog.
And everything else.
That scared the fuck
Dog,
out of me,
you,
bro.
you guys are
What the
wondering why
hell,
a guy
dog?
is in Dubai crying. Why is he
Are you telling
crying?
me that Kanye is using that?
No, I'm not saying
That
that.
muti?
No, I'm not saying she's using that muti. But I'm just saying that her pussy might be just as good as that muti. Naturally. On its
What
own.
does that muti do? though?
Vanhu manje amtsheni mfana wawathrow 100,000 per month.
Nigga
Vanabhatala
lost 82
ama-rent,
million
fana.
rand, dog.
Fana.
Dog, she's going to the women's conference. That one. She's
And then what did he do? And then he went to smash Zotto. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You understand? When all the guapas finished.
The thing is, you
In the
can see
back
that she's a
room, in
bad
gas.
one, dog.
Yeah.
You can see she's like queen of the bad ones. You see the girls that Nota was talking about, that of Vurvaing us.
That level.
Sure, she's their mother.
She's
She's
the
a mother.
mother.
She's a mother.
mother.
Exactly.
She's the
Now,
mother.
Hold on.
mother.
But be careful now. She's my homie. So,
Hey.
She's a mother of the posh. She's a mother of the posh.
Yo, Amara, that bro was couch.
she's my homie. So, no, she, like, yo, I got mad respect for her.
The original Slay
Her
Queen.
and Rihanna. Triple S.
The original Slay Queen, dog.
It is egg. But no, at least Rihanna is now a billionaire and everything. And I told you that she's going to be a billionaire. Because of the company, the Fenty. I said, yeah, I know. Because obviously the Fenty, the owner of LVMH, she's the owner.
Sure.
Yeah. And now she's a billionaire. That's another thing I predicted. So anyway, well, it wasn't a really prediction. It was obvious.
Yeah, it was
You know,
clear.
it was obvious.
Yeah.
So, look at this nigga. Look at all these niggas that have got these hot girls. They always lose their minds. Even our own Super Mega.
Eish.
I laughed at it.
Why you like Beyonce?
Yeah, forget the song. But just listen
make a
to that
song.
song. Listen to the song and the drama in that song. Hey, the drama in that song is too much.
But even he came back later on to say, I haven't seen you without a wig in 2 years. Or something like that. Yo, I know, you was
You
touched.
understand what I'm saying? And he even had to name it after Beyonce.
Crazy.
Because he didn't have 500,000.
Because she was going to
You
shine with the...
understand? Even Super Mega was
Yeah,
scared.
he said he found rocks in the air. I don't want
You
another
understand? But
lawsuit. Let me stop.
but yeah,
Rocks in the cupboard.
No, you're
Rocks in the
speculating on things that have been in public. You understand? You're not bringing them to the fore.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Rocks in the cupboard.
So this is what's happening with that level of cookie. So all I'm saying is that Zodwa Yana does her whatever, China whatever, right?
Yeah.
She fixes her pussy as well so that it withdraws everything that's in your bank account.
Yeah. I be careful out there, guys. Just be careful.
Unzima.
It's a dark world. Those going to our Konka. You see Konka is opening. That crew.
Dog. And the thing about Konka, all you're seeing on the timeline is guys your age talking about the girls that go there.
It's crazy. They are fans, actually.
No, it's not that they're fans.
They're jealous.
It's not that they're jealous.
They want to be the guys.
No, it's not that they want to be the guys. That's what's happening. Our women, right?
They all want to be.
No. They've got no fucking choice. They've got no jobs. They've got no job fucking opportunities. Even if to get a job, they need to suck a nigga's dick. To get a job, they need to suck some motherfucker's dick. Why not just go to the club, suck some motherfucker's dick, get bottles of champagne, get your hair done, get some nice clothes and everything else, fix your mother's kitchen. Why not
get
do that?
iPhones.
All those things. At least girls, they do better. The guys, when they're blessed, they take that money, they get more bitches to hide the shame of being a kept man and being a sugar baby. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, I want to know. So, you've been rocked many times.
These...
Nah, dog, I used to have a penchant for models. I used to date models only.
Yeah.
So, the models, Jesus by Saga cool. Come on, they're models. You understand?
Yeah.
They're the ones who chilling with these things. Dog, imagine your girl gets dropped off at the club in a Ferrari. It's a 2-seater, dog. You think that nigga didn't change gears?
Dog, he's whipping the Rory. I'm sure the reason why you in the Rory.
You see, when it revs, he's changing gears also at the same time.
But at the same time, I look back and I'm like, nah, I was dating a girl that pulling niggas in a Rari.
So now I say that to us.
Like the niggas that are dating about Rosette. Not that I was with Rosette, but when Rosette wasn't in the passenger, my girl was in the passenger.
Wait, can I get
What?
Rosette?
Mohammed.
I don't know.
She used to be with what's his name?
Stoggers of long time.
No. The soccer
Which is Stoggers of
presenter.
long time.
Long dreadlock. Andile. Ngube.
Oh,
Andile Ngube's ex, yes.
Isn't Andile thinking Pedal 2C's?
Andile Ngube, no, that was Robert Marawa's ex.
Oh.
So Andile Ngube used to date Rosette Mohammed and then she ended up making him suffer with some businessman in Cape Town.
I know, these girls are not worth it, dog.
Some multi-millionaire. It was when the Zuma years came and the tenders started going around and the Gupta money started going around. These niggas started balling. These niggas who had nothing during the struggle, all of a sudden had all the money to take all the girls from the Kwaito artists, the DJs and everything
Edwin
else.
Sodi.
Edwin Sodi did it to
DJ's
Proverb.
Boo.
He did it for Proverb.
Oh, that's actually Proverb.
Yeah, but he did it to Smooth first.
Ish.
You understand what I'm
The
saying?
game is cold.
The game is cold. It's
now he's arrested, Sodi now.
No, he's not arrested. He's not arrested.
He's out.
He was never arrested.
So you're telling me Edwin Sodi's out?
No, he's not arrested. The cars got repossessed, taken by the asset forfeiture unit, and then he gave some of them back. But it's a long case. Once Ace Mahashule's things are sorted out, Edwin Sodi's things will be sorted out. But it's trick. But he's still got money right now.
Wow.
So
is he still dating
that's how it's
Kifilo Mabota?
No, he's not. It's not. But at the end of the day, the money brings you that level of honey. But that level of honey needs security. She needs a home. She needs a roof over her head, dog. So she's going to go for the dude with money and security. Because back in the day, we used to be hunters and everything else. So they'd stay for the strongest guy who can protect them and everything else. And that's only natural. But if we keep cutting out women from opportunities, then we're going to keep having to keep men off of our beloved sisters, our daughters, our mothers, our
because
aunts,
they become vulnerable when they
it's not that they become vulnerable. It's not that they become vulnerable.
That's the only way out.
It's dehumanizing to be that vulnerable. And it's been like that forever. The black woman is at the bottom of the food chain. At the bottom. The black man is also at the bottom, but he's just above because of patriarchy.
Yeah, he can like hustle somehow, make something.
No, a white man will give him a job.
Yeah.
And he'll do the job.
Sure.
You understand?
Sure.
And then he'll be able to feed his family. But you think about all the mine workers who were killed in Marikana. Those widows, what are they supposed to do? All the teenage girls who are being impregnated by these ballers, how are they supposed to raise those kids? Understand? The girl who's going to school, her friend has got a baller boyfriend, is able to do nice things. How is she not going to get tempted when her parents can't afford to finish the school fees at school? She can't get her results. So she can't finish her CV. She can't apply for that job that she's supposed to get. You see how this system just keeps perpetuating, it keeps perpetuating. And we're not giving jobs, we're not giving opportunities. At the end of the day, if Bathu was saying, no, these shoes, the mesh is woven by 16-year-old girls in Soweto, at least we'd know that those girls would be making enough money so that when a guy wants to say, hey, let me take you to Konka and everything else, she'll be like, hey, nah.
You have options.
I've got enough. No, it's not even, it's just, I'm okay. I don't need that. It would be nice, but I'll get there on my own. I've gotten this far on my own and I'm progressing. You understand? And we need to have that option for girls. Gender-based violence, the only reason it's so high is because we don't see women as human beings. We see them as we see our dogs. Sometimes you kick your dog. Our woman.
I think we can finish off on that note, though. That's a deep note.
That's a deep note to think about. You know what I mean? So next time you see a girl at Konka and everything else, instead of judging her, right?
Give her opportunity.
No, understand.
No. If you can't give her an opportunity, just understand that is actually what's going on.
That's her hustle.
There are people that are keeping her in that spot, are doing so they can keep taking advantage of her. Because if they uplift her, they can't take advantage of her anymore. None of those girls that are going to Konka are ever going to be blessed by those blessings and taken out of that situation. No, because otherwise, where are these guys going to get stoko? So Konka is for stoko. Wena, hausa para stoko, auke in Konka. Because Twanso para stoko sa Gucci. You need to finish the whole entire. Dia guy di Puma. Dog, these sneakers are from Woolworths, dog.
Sure.
I am not entering you.
I am.
You don't give a fuck.
I am.
At Konka.
I am.
You know the Moja
I am.
Cafe
I
people.
enter with my Standard Bank black card.
Shoo.
Just like...
By the
like
way,
a
guys,
wand.
Nota has once sent me a screenshot of his bank account. He once did.
It's safe to say...
Did you reconsider your life?
Nah, I didn't. I was like, you've been saying it, so, you know, it's good to see that it's true.
Where now, Steph?
That you live
What
in.
about me?
Did you cover it?
No, I don't
Nah,
think
he
I've
sent
seen
it.
it.
He sent it to me on
Oh.
WhatsApp. Why do we still? But yeah, dog, that's the pod, bro. That's an episode
I sent it to him
21,
on
bro.
WhatsApp. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll send it to you guys.
I don't want to send it. Do I have
No,
to?
I'm just saying. No. Well, I mean, for inspirational, motivational purposes.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Yo, like
You were
honestly,
like,
when I'm
damn,
Nota's
this
age,
guy can
no,
just
I was,
EFT and Bonang will be sharp. Yes.
Nah.
Oh.
I was just like, yo. This is what I said to myself. I was just like, yo. Honestly, after being in the industry for some time like that, being your age, you know, I would like to be like, if not more, as comfortable as
You have
that,
to be
you know?
more.
As
You have to be more.
as comfortable
Because
as
I'm
that.
trying to teach you guys everything I ever did, everything I ever learned. If you guys are not doing more, you guys are failing me. I'm not giving up this education, this game for free. I'm giving up all the cheat codes, all the tools so that guys can use it to make themselves better and elevate themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And that's all it's about. At the end of the day, now I'm in a position where I don't have to think about making one artist the best artist. So I'm not competing. At a certain stage in time, I wouldn't help you because if I'm working on him, I'm making him number one. So you might come and, yo, can you please hook me up? And I'll be like, I'll ignore you. But I need to make what I'm making number one. You understand?
Sure.
What matters now is just uplifting the game. Uplifting the game every single way I can. You know what I mean?
Sure.
This is what we do. This is me and the Major League Twins. We're chatting about the game, movement, whatever our plans.
And
All this type of stuff.
Where did the remix go? The Georgia Smith. Where is it? What's gonna happen?
Oh, I'm not Maphorisa.
I thought you were facilitating it.
Who said? Did I say so?
I don't know. You wanna say it?
No,
Okay.
not on record.
Okay.
that face he made, did you cover?
Yeah, you saw it.
No, don't worry. Georgia Smith will announce what's happening with her music.
When she announces.
When she announces, and we're just waiting. We can't wait. We love her voice. We love her music, don't we?
We do.
We do. You know what I mean? I mean,
For me, I just love
she's
the way
held us
she
down.
looks,
She's held us down. She's held us down. I mean, after Rihanna retired,
She held Drake down.
she held all of us down.
She took Boosie's part in that song.
She's
which
now
is
with
like,
PG Lang, Kendrick Lamar.
sent to him.
By the way, let's end the pod right there.
Okay. That's been episode 21. Major key alert.
You have to take the whole week to listen to this 3 hour.